Hello, everyone. I am Steve the American Killjoy, and I am joined alongside.
Jevon Woodrow.
And this is the RoboCast. What, what happened, Jevin? Where
It's
have
been
we been?
84 years.
Yeah. There's a lot that's going on in between the last time where we talked to what was it, Craig? Craig
It was
Croucher.
Craig, yeah.
We were talking about BBB, and that was, geez, almost 2 years ago. And it's
Yes.
been, there's a lot that's happened in the world since then.
Yeah.
Uh, BattleBots not being being at least a small part of it. Uh, I know that there's been a lot of talk about, will they ever bring BattleBots back to TV? Will another channel pick it up? Because then we will, briefly talk about the fact that Discovery did drop BattleBots. I know there were restructures happening. There was all kinds of things that there, so much has happened in the past couple years with mergers and purchases and trying to move programs around, and I don't know, TV trying to survive in the world of streaming. Uh, so I mean, BattleBots has actually done pretty well live, surviving in Vegas. They've had quite a residency over there, even
Yeah.
though we haven't seen them on the screen. Destructathon's been going quite wonderfully. I know they fill out shows, and they've been doing that for uh, hundreds of events at this point.
I
And you
am
actually have, yeah. Go ahead.
shocked and in awe that the robots from Destructathon are still running. Like, I
I
know that
know.
they have like five or six of each robot, but the fact that they've done hundreds of shows and have yet
Yeah.
to fully write off the entire fleet yet is
Hmm.
wild to me.
It
Kudos to the entire crew who run that thing, because
yeah
my God.
we have a whole, if you haven't been following it as closely as we have our others in the scene, that's you have like a whole fleet of people over there that really keep these machines going day after day. The pits have kind of turned into, the pits won't, because we were at the filming for World Championship 7. The pits used to be a far walk away from from
Yeah.
the arena. You used to have to all the way walk up. Now it's kind of just right off the side there where they walk in, and there's this, they really use that airport hangar that they have there, really much more, they use the space better, where
They
the
do.
bots are just right off to the side there, and they can just, once they get beat to shreds, and they can just take them, and your bot doctors go and put them back together.
It's really
It
interesting as well because,
Yeah.
like, having been in the building,
Hmm.
you wouldn't know that that space was all there because it was always behind the scenes, sort of behind the walkway and
Right. That
everything.
was
And
where
so,
that was kind of like where the green room was for the, like for Farouk when he come by. That was where he would disappear after he
yeah.
did his intros and stuff like that.
So the fact that that area has managed to not only been converted into like the full Destructathon repair pits, but for this as well to fit the number of robots that we have here for um, the Pro League, they
Hmm.
fit a lot in there.
Yes, they did. And it's yeah, well, now that we've just kind of lightly talked about, because that's what we're going to be talking about here is the Pro League. Um, the Pro League, sponsored by Bright Data. Moving on. It is a tournament, very similar to I guess what you've seen. Well, everyone's watched the World Cup. It's groups, and everybody plays each other once, and whoever has the best record on countback or just straight up moves on. Is there a final grouping? Or are we just doing groups? And
I
is there a
don't.
thing that happens
I assume that there's
afterwards?
a bracket at the end, but I don't even remember
We've
them advertising the fact they were going to film that. I
Yeah,
remember that
I was
they
gonna
had
say.
set weekends for the heats and everything, and they
Hmm.
but like
Because
yeah,
that's I'm gonna touch on that too, because that's also one of the reasons we've been kind of gone for a little bit. I'll be the first to say that I love BattleBots to pieces, but I've been kind of jaded with the releases of episodes, and maybe how it's been kind of just drip fed to us for a while. I know it's hard to get things out and get things released, and maybe money was a thing, and maybe who knows, we may hear about it. I'm not in the building with Greg and Trey and figuring out how all this stuff is going to get out there. But I briefly talk about face-offs and how that was supposed to be like the pre-qualifier for World Championship 8, and
Yes.
we sort of kind of got some episodes out of that, but who knows if we're ever going to see. Maybe it's going to go the way of Remars, and we'll never
What
see
the
that.
F is Remars? I've never heard
know
of
what I
this
mean?
show.
Never heard of this before. Maybe it'll
Uh,
just go into the vault and never be seen again. But
yeah.
now that this is out, it's they might have less of a
Well, I think they got through
drive to
most of the
get them out.
backlog of face-offs eventually,
Hmm. Hmm.
and they really rattled through the last few to get it out before this started. And this got pushed back, I think, as a
Yes.
result of that.
Hmm.
It was pushed back by a couple of weeks or so, which, in the larger scheme of things, like looking at when face-offs were filmed and when the last episode was released nearly 2 years later, it was not that big a time gap between this being recorded and this coming out. But yeah, face-offs, I think they managed to get through the last of them. I think we had a plan to go through the face-offs, but then
Yeah,
as they didn't come out regularly, we didn't record at all.
yeah. It was the hope that like they would, if they would come out more regularly, we would have something to talk about, because we want to have people on too to talk about the event, and be able to chew the fat and just talk about it, and like we normally do. But with it not being as a regular release as we're used to with the TV show, it can make scheduling tricky, and I don't know. I feel like it could hurt us in the long run. I don't know. Maybe we should have just done it and just talked about it, and then just had an episode where like like we have like a thumbnail with like cobwebs, like where is face offs. But we didn't. We just didn't, and there's no going back. Maybe at one point we'll do like we can do a roundup and talk about it. Because there are some good fights in those. It's not a.
There
It's
are
definitely
some
not a series to throw away.
really good episodes in there. There
Mhm.
is one in particularly bad episode in there that is
Yeah,
just like, oh my god, it's difficult to watch. To the point
yeah,
where, so it came out for the Facebook supporters, of which I used to be one.
hmm
That's what's changed in 2 years. That
yeah,
there wasn't much on the supporter site, so I was like, nah,
yeah.
I can save
That's
some money there.
that's the
Um,
thing. Yeah.
and yeah, so they put out the Justify edits almost
Mhm.
instantly after the weekend had wrapped.
Yes.
Um,
Yes.
and then, yeah, watching, I think it's episode 4. It's whichever episode has Travis T and Rusty in it, and
Yeah.
oh my god,
Yeah.
like,
That's a one for the purists.
anyway, we'll come to that at some point, I'm sure, but I don't want to
Yeah.
give all of my opinions on it. I will have to go back and watch it, probably with a couple of cans of alcohol in hand,
Yeah.
to get through that one. But
Because that's the thing. The raw fights are out, and they have been. That's the thing. You can access. Those are accessible.
yeah,
But that's the thing with the raw fights, that they were behind a paywall. That was another thing where it's like we wanted to wait for official release and not jump the gun and talk about
yeah,
them, because I mean we never signed an NDA, but we don't want to be the ones to just share and kind of spoil the fun.
yeah.
This included. I will say we are recording this after the first 4 episodes of this show have already been put up on YouTube. So if you haven't gone and watched those, go give those a watch. They're quite a good time. Be forewarned, the first episode has some jerky editing. I will say that it is a little bit more speed paced in comparison to what you've seen on the TV show. Well,
I will
comparison, of
say,
course, 2
kudos
hours to
to
20 minutes.
yeah, kudos to the BattleBots team for listening to the feedback from the audience, who
Yeah.
almost unanimously said, "We don't want this.
No.
This is. I know you're trying to edit for a demographic that is of the current time, sort of TikTok, fast-paced, low attention span, but yeah, no, we wanted a little bit more in-depth, long-formy, and they went back and they really edited to the point where episodes, I think 3 and 4 were far better, basically.
Yeah. which I still need to see. But it's, I was traveling, and also I work, and
Yeah.
there's time I need to put aside. But you thankfully have seen them all. Uh,
I have seen all four, and when I don't think we're covering the episodes themselves in this episode.
yeah,
We're going to talk about the robots. Uh,
yeah,
we're gonna
like we've done
come
in the
back
past.
to it. We will
Yes.
do episodes 1 through 4 as a single block of stuff, and then we'll
Yeah.
wait for episodes 5 through 8 to air, and then we'll do that as a block as well. Because I think that's
Hmm.
just probably with only 3 fights an episode, our
Right.
podcast
Yeah.
would be about 20 minutes, and
Yeah. And that's that's just that's not very
we haven't
becoming
got the
of
time
us.
to be doing that kind
No,
of editing schedule
we're
anymore and
not.
recording schedule.
Yeah, we're not. BattleBots is akin to ESPN. We have to be able to, or whatever sports you got, whatever sports channel you got over there. It's it makes more sense to kind of put it all together, and we're hoping to have guests as well to be able to talk us through and kind of give us an idea of what it was like filming this in comparison, especially to people that have filmed, the ones for TV. How does this compare to what you experienced, uh,
Yeah.
going through that in comparison to something for YouTube.
It'll
Uh,
be like the good old RoboCast, and we'll get you guys to ask questions and all sorts. We'll do it like we used to in the good old days.
we'll do it live. No, we won't.
No, not a,
But
no. Been there, done that. Bad time.
well, in any
Did
case,
we
I guess
do a live RoboCast?
I don't know if we ever did. I feel like that's something that we could do at one point. But it's I don't know if it's something we've ever talked about.
If the
But
mood takes us
if the
that
mood
way.
strikes,
Yeah.
if the if the time happens to be just perfect. So let's we've talked enough about all the stuff leading up to the event. Let's talk some robots.
Let's talk some
So there
robots.
has been some shakeup in the lineups for bots, either uh being invited and saying personally not going, or ones that were set up to be on there and didn't exactly make it in time or weren't ready to go. So I mean, we're looking at the website now, and the website looks clean, by the way. Great job, BattleBots web team. It's very easy to get. It's very easy to get through, and it's very looks very professionally done. Gushing over. Uh,
Yeah.
but yeah, as you can see here, oh my God, I still can't get over Tombstone Fluffy. But because that's
We'll get to
literally
it. We'll
what
get
it
to
is.
it.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So there's
Um,
24 robots in the lineup for this year,
mhm,
plus 3 alternates. There were 4 alternates.
mhm.
Uh, I think the biggest shake-up was Claw Viper, who was
Yeah,
going to be the only non-spinner competing.
I
And
know.
I don't know for what reason they dropped. Personally,
Mhm.
if I was the only non-spinner in a field of spinners, I would probably drop as well.
Yeah.
um,
I don't know. Kevin might have had a death wish and stayed, but it's
yeah,
nah. I'm sure
Kevin can
they're.
take him.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, he proved it while we were at filming. That the Claw Viper can really take a beating. That's a wonderful machine. I'm very sad that they're not going to be that they're not in this particular event. Maybe
Mm.
maybe in 2027 when they do it again, maybe he'll be back and ready to go. But
There were also 3 robots who were invited but either couldn't attend or didn't want to attend. I think it was
right,
couldn't. Like I want
yeah,
to
I
say
think it's
that none
good.
of them went
Yeah,
no. Um,
yeah. We're not going to put words in anybody's mouth. That
no.
we will let the teams. We would let the teams handle that, of course. But that would be uh, Sawblaze,
Yeah.
Whiplash,
Yeah.
and Monsoon, all for
Yes.
differing reasons.
Yeah.
Jameson was for that. I believe that they officially said it was personal reasons. For Sawblaze and for Whiplash, I don't know if it was similar. I didn't
It was
actually see their
similar. If
post.
all
It was
3 of them, I
similar,
think,
yeah,
were down to personal things.
to personal reasons.
We
And
should also
uh,
say Team Monsoon had a
the most
baby.
personal reason of all.
Yeah, so congratulations, Tom and Sarah. It's
Yeah,
long overdue, but we haven't been recording, so
yeah,
here you go. If you're
absolutely.
watching this,
Yeah, it's been quite quite a fun time, I'm sure,
yeah, I
in the
bet.
house of Monsoon. So
And their baby, I believe, is called Tauron? No.
No, yeah, that's the thing. It really is Tom's second child. That's another thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, I guess the new one's the favorite now. It's fine. The baby always
Sure.
gets everything.
God.
The
Monsoon
youngest
sat in the
always
corner
gets spoiled.
crying,
Yeah,
shouting for
absolutely. Like,
attention,
oh,
spinning
yeah,
up. Stop
going
it.
through its teenage angst phase. Like, oh, mom, you never loved me. No, it's okay. But no, very happy for them. But yeah, and now we have our groups. And I feel like, again, people have watched the World Cup. You're familiar with this. Everybody plays each other once in a group, and you come out of the group.
I must say, the
So
timing of the World Cup, impeccable for this series.
this
Because,
is this is true. Yeah,
they've
it's
been
already in
able to
people's
explain
minds.
this perfectly because people
Yeah.
know World Cup now.
Yeah, absolutely. With this being, also, American home filmed, so people are nice and familiar. So let's talk about Bloodsport. Bloodsport got a color swatch. The black has turned to white, and
Yep.
and I mean, it's still Justin Marple, helm in this bot forward, and this thing looks wonderful. It looks straight out of a slasher film. It always has, and given their experience, I really give them a good chance of getting out of their group. They're a really dangerous customer. This is one of those bots that I feel that in their previous appearances have had glimmers of possibly being a bot to really make a deep run. We haven't really had a really dominant overhead bar spinner probably since, I mean, Ice Wave, yeah, but
Yeah.
Brutality, yeah, but for TV it's Hazard. That's the one I think of
Yep.
every time, and that's the one that but for heavies, you have Ice Wave. That's the one that sticks in the mind.
Ice Wave
That's
of
the one that really had.
2016 kind of
Yeah,
era. It was
absolutely.
a
And then
real threat. 2015,
mhm,
2016 Ice Wave, I would be
yes,
worried about.
absolutely. But I mean, I would still be worried about facing this thing. I know they have their high tech, stuff that they do on the side with the computer, and
Yeah.
the sensors and things, and making sure that the bot's running well in the event. And I feel like they are they could be a dark horse for this tournament for sure.
They're in the group of death, which is it's a really stacked group, that one.
This is true.
Between them, Hypershock, Huge, and Minotaur, any
Yeah,
of them could win it. Like,
honestly,
including the whole tournament, I want to say, like, any of them
that's what I
could be
mean.
a threat. Like,
Absolutely.
it's
They're
it's a real bloodbath group.
Yeah,
Aptly
no
for
pun
Bloodsport, I
intended.
suppose. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're not going to be talking necessarily about how they get on in their first fights and things. This is more of a general chat about the robots and what's changed and what we like and what we don't like. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
There is definitely one robot I'm going to be critical of later.
This is yeah. Something makes me think I might know the one you're talking about, but
Yeah, yeah.
we'll get there when we get there.
But no, I agree with you here, Steve. Bloodsport is a real threat, and it looks dangerous. They've got their different weapon attachments as usual. They have something for everyone. So, yeah, watch this bot.
Cobalt is back. They still fly the Union Jack.
I don't know
It still
why.
has-
Like
Is there anybody on this team that still has connections, or is
I
it just
have
the
just
bot itself?
noticed in the background of the team shot here. Is that the lucky team captain in the back as well?
Oh yeah, it is. Yeah,
What's he doing there?
that's my guy. Mark Demers is just followed along.
So Derek
but
Tran was team captain of this in BattleBots Season 7. He's still on the
mhm,
team.
mhm.
But Matt Olson, who
Yeah,
drove
drove Lucky. Yeah.
Lucky, is now team captain of Cobalt, which I think is quite a good fit. He's a cool guy, and this is a cool bot.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Of all the bots that I think would be dangerous for Matt to drive, they are one of probably the most fun to drive.
Yeah,
Would probably be cool. Just give him a spinner. That's one of those things with Lucky where it's like you see how well that bot was driven and how well he took care of that bot going around the box, and how tenacious and how well he took his shots. I feel like well, we know the RC background with Matt Olson definitely translated to BattleBots perfectly. What a deal there. That's going to be the breeding ground for drivers going forward. We figured, but give him a spinner, and oh man, I mean, deal with the gyro of one of the scariest verticals in the world in Cobalt. If he can get that down and keep the wheels on the ground, this is going to be a serious contender. It's still one of my favorite fights I've ever seen live. Was this fight with oh my god, who did they fight? Oh my
It
god.
was Minotaur.
It was Minotaur, yeah, and
The rematch.
yeah, the rematch.
Season 7.
It was just, and that's still wonderful. I still can't believe that was as long ago as it was that we were over there seeing this. But I mean,
So
Cobalt.
4 years.
Yeah, I know. And look at us now.
Or
look
almost
at
4 years, I should
look
say.
at
It
what
was like
time hath
October.
wrought.
Yeah, I know.
But Cobalt
Crazy.
always a perennial favorite every time that they're in the box. They can honestly go all the way, or flame out in the groups. It really is one of the two. They just got to keep that bot upright and keep that weapon spinning. If the thing flips over, there's no Shremek, so the thing has to keep
Yeah, I was going to
running.
bring up the fact that they've put the sort of bunny ear things that most verts have so that they can
Yeah,
drive upside down. Why? The wheels don't stick
yeah,
out the back of the robot. Completely
yeah,
unnecessary, I think, just for
yeah.
looks. I don't know,
Yeah,
but
honestly, might just be something that looks right on the bot. I mean, we would leave the team to tell us exactly why why that decision was made.
yeah,
But yeah, that's Cobalt's deal. As long as that weapon's spinning and it flips over, it kips itself back over. It's very very aftershock in that way. Where that's just the way it. That's the bot that I think of. Where it has that this would have similar threads too.
yeah.
Uh, but a scary fiend. Definitely one to watch out for going forward. So, I recognize Copperhead. I don't recognize anybody on this team except for maybe the Snake. No, I'm
Yeah.
kidding. Once again, Copperhead has changed hands. No more Luke Quintal. No more any. It is a completely different team. I feel
It's
like this
past the
bot has.
parcel with robots. Like this,
Yeah.
this robot, I think, has been passed around more than any other heavyweight, possibly any other robot in the scene.
Well, good. It's nice and dense and easy to fit into small overhead storage bins.
Yeah,
It's a fearsome competitor. Semifinalist from World Championship 7. They definitely have that to live up to make sure that run was not a fluke.
the
And
Riptide
chain.
Killer.
I know. A bot after my own heart. No, it's okay. But with a new team, can they keep the engine running and make it so that Copperhead is a bot truly to be feared going forward, handing the controls over to one of the youngest drivers to ever drive a heavyweight. It can be quite a risk, given the fact that this is a bot that genuinely could win the entire tournament.
Yep, I think he is the youngest driver, 9 years old. James Kirkpatrick. He is a fearsome little driver. I know we said we wouldn't go into it, but from what little I've seen of it so far, he knows what he's doing. And that there is one thing that might stop him, but we will cover that in the episode. But yeah, it's Copperhead is through and through almost the same robot as it always has been. Different logos, different designs and things. Not sure how I feel about the whole AI look to it, but it's certainly Copperhead. I'm not sure anything can beat the hand-painted designs of yore. Possibly the best-looking robots that we had ever. And certainly the most fun theming to see, okay, what design are they going to put on it this time round. But yeah, I'm excited to see Copperhead back. It's always a good robot. One of the most potent drums in the world at the minute. This and one other in the competition. Yeah, just always fun to see it.
Yeah, and we're always happy to have them back, no matter which team brings them back. As long as the bot keeps coming back, I think we'll always be cheering for him. It is one of those bots that we really know it packs a serious punch. So much so that like it may the hope is that like it would be the American answer to the Brazilian bull.
I would
And
like
it
to see
so
that
far
fight.
has
I'm not
been.
usually
Yeah.
into same weapon types fighting, but I would love to see
Hmm.
Minotaur versus Copperhead. I think that would be great.
Yeah, I think that would be wonderful. But yeah, good luck to them.
Oh, crikey.
Yes, the Aussies. the Aussie the Aussie bot that just keeps on coming back. Stephen Martin with this uh largely similar looking death roll. I will say it looks like there have been some tweaks, at least externally. I know that we've the arm is has kind of been eaten by the rest of the paint job on the robot. The
Yeah.
knife is still there. The Crocodile Dundee style knife is still there, but it's gone more full camo. Death roll, you know what you get from death roll. We saw in the past, of course, we've seen it in China as Great White. We saw it in World Championship 7. It's a bot that it really is chaos. Honestly, it's very fast around the arena. It can take a hit. It does tend to spin like a quarter on the arena, uh, on its side, and upside down. It definitely flops around like a fish a little bit sometimes, but it's a it's still a fearsome bot to this day, and I'm glad they keep bringing it back. It is a really nice design, and it really is a fearsome look. I wouldn't want to face it, honestly.
Oh, yeah, no. A reach vert like this is
Yeah.
terrifying in the arena.
Hmm. Hmm.
I've got to say, really love the new paint scheme on it. This sort
Honestly.
of water textured camouflage is such a
Hmm.
cool look for it.
Hmm.
The other big change that I can see is the forks. Like they're running
Yes,
big,
they're running some
big
serious
forks out
forks now.
front. That
Hmm.
we'll
Not the
see how
only
they
bot
work.
this series to be doing that, and we'll get to some of those.
Yes,
There
yes.
are definitely some bots that were like, I guess that the fork meta is it's still a thing.
Still going strong.
Yeah, I feel like I feel like we need to bring in the knives and spoons at some point. But it's happening. Just stay away
Interesting
from
on
kill cell
the.
slots.
It's interesting to think about the metas because Blip trialed the piano key wedgelets, which was
Yes.
an interesting sort of active armor kind of horizontal,
Yeah.
vertical kind of setup. Has sort of translated over to the UK smaller weight classes scene, where there's a lot
Mhm.
of robots running. I want to say they look like haircutting clippers, the
Mhm.
guards that go over them. Just lots of little forks coming out at you. It's an interesting evolution of that meta.
Mhm.
One I really don't like the look of. Actually, I find it kind of gross, but um,
we'll
I'll keep
we'll
to
move
these
on from
two
that.
big forks. But yeah, I won't move with the times. I never have, and I never will.
It's okay. Yeah, I in any of the stuff that I've done, I haven't had forks on anything. I don't know. I just doesn't. Maybe one day. Maybe one day
Maybe one day, Steve.
I'll fall to the dark side if and when I ever make something again.
Rebuild your beetle.
I know. I'm sorry. It was never built in the first place. It was all just bits and pieces. Um, but yeah, no, you know what you get from Death Roll. You get a huge vert. You get a lot of energy stored. You know you don't want to get hit with that. That engagement is insane. It just needs to be, it just as long as they can keep this thing going and driven. That is one thing I known about. I've known about Death Roll. It is very slippery around the arena.
Oh
Much
yeah.
like much like the Croc. It's definitely a fearsome thing to find. Just I just wish we're not in the water. We're on land, and that might be a weakness for the Croc. But no, we look forward to seeing them as always. A perennial bot that keeps on coming back. It's nice to see that teams are still and that's a
Also,
lot of
it's
teams in this event.
great to see some international representation in this as well.
Yeah,
So like,
absolutely.
I'm glad that we've got a few teams who are from
Yeah, I know
overseas.
they're not calling it a world championship net per se, but it's nice to have some more than just a bunch of US bots, because then at
Mm.
that point it just it loses that
Very
that
much a
shine,
domestic championship at that point.
very much so. Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, good luck to Death Roll. Let's stay in the water. Disarray. Uh, Not originally intended to compete
No,
in this event. This is the bot that replaced Crawl Viper. So it's a we have seen this bot in Destructathon, and we have seen them in the face-offs.
I think probably
It's
one of the robots that has competed the most in those tournaments. I'll be honest.
yeah,
Like they kept coming back with new revisions of their robot, trying to refine it and everything. Which I
mhm.
think this is called the Pro League, and though the pro should be here, I would say
Mhm.
these guys are the pros of the live scene coming in.
Genuinely, yeah. This is one of those bots that I look at, and this is a product of that whole ecosystem they have out there now, where you can bring a bot and just fight it, and it's not going to be televised, but you're gonna get you'll get your experience in the arena, and you'll be able to tinker and go back and be able to come back with something better. That this team is the embodiment of what BattleBots has been trying to do in bringing teams and trying to get them ready to be on TV, to make sure that they're battle tested and they're battle hardening, and making sure that everything is you know ready to go for when the big cameras are on, the big lights are on. It's a true testament that they keep coming back, and I mean the bot looks beautiful. It really has grown into quite a fearsome looking machine. Very long forks.
Very
Uh,
long falls.
but it's a it's a Drisk. We've seen Drisks before. It can pack a punch. Uh, Still, the team has gained experience going into
Yeah,
the live scene and doing that. But this is one of the elite, lesser experienced teams in the pro league for sure. Taking a step up into a very tough field of machines now. This is something different than what you'll be facing, if you just brought it to the live scene. Uh, but it's a really good it's a really good looking machine. Honestly, I have no complaints.
it
The
is.
the stream
Artistically, it's one
yeah.
of the coolest looking bots here. It's got
Yeah.
the fins at the side. It's got the
Mhm.
eyes. It's got the back panels that look real cool.
Oh, it's got the
It's just
personality for sure.
definitely.
hmm Yeah, and I'm looking forward to getting to know this team. I love getting to know new teams as well. The sport only survives by getting new blood in. To kind of keep things going.
And I
I
think
am a
they're
little
having
worried
just.
about that.
Oh, go on.
Go ahead.
Sorry.
No, I was going to say I'm a little worried about that Shremek. It looks a little thin to me. But
Oh,
hopefully they don't end up upside. I know. Hopefully they don't end up upside down too often, because I feel like that's something that could be a target. But
yeah.
But go ahead.
And the team seem to be having just the best time, and that
Yeah.
is, I think, what is the core principle of this. That if you're not having a good time fighting robots, maybe this isn't the hobby for you.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, good times, good robot.
Yeah.
We'll see how it gets
Absolutely.
on.
Yep. They're hopefully they take their chance, and maybe turn some heads and maybe pull off a shock or two.
Yeah,
Okay. Well. I mean, what else is there to say about this robot? It's done everything. It's been everywhere. It's won just about anything you'd want to win. It is. I mean, it's endgame at the end of the day. What else can be said?
there is only one
uh,
end game, and all it does is win,
yeah.
allegedly.
Again, just stay away from those kill saw slots, man. I'm never gonna live that down. I'm sure. But I really love. I feel like when it first came onto the scene, and maybe this was more the TV, where they kind of try to make Jack Barker the bad guy in comparisons. Like, oh, we'll have Tombstone, yeah, this, that. And you're thinking like, oh, these upstart Kiwis, what are they talking about? Nope, they absolutely put their money where their mouth is. This bot this is the BattleBot of the last couple of years, a couple of seasons. It is not a bot that you want to face. It is I mean, it's so like well engineered. Like it almost looks very German, like very German engineered. Like it's so everything is so purposeful, everything is so clean,
Yeah,
everything is so you know like it's just a beefcake. Honestly, it's one of those bots that, I mean, we'll say this about a lot of them going on here. It's a scary customer. And
I think it's the
you
one
really have
that
to catch them on a bad day to really have a chance at winning.
all the teams said that this robot would win. And I think a lot of the online reaction is, oh, if Endgame's here, it's winning.
Yeah,
Um, which makes their first fight quite the spectacle. But again, we'll get onto that in the actual the episode where we
absolutely.
talk about episodes 1 through 4.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah,
but yeah, no, this is always a they're such cool customers as well.
yeah,
Like they come in,
absolutely.
they fight their robot, they
Hmm.
rebuild it and repair it, and come back
Hmm.
again and again, and they are just so
Hmm.
mean and cool.
Yeah, well, they sound mean, but they are quite nice people. We
Oh,
have talked to
the
Nick and
robot
Jack.
is mean. Yeah, yeah, no,
Yeah,
Nick and Jack are
absolutely.
lovely.
Yeah, they're
They have
very
also been
yeah.
doing big things over in New Zealand for
Oh my
live
gosh, yeah,
scene stuff.
absolutely.
Like they
Yes,
built
that's
their own smaller scale arena, and they've been
yep,
fighting featherweights from around the world in that
it's
arena as a
wonderful.
big online tournament. It's great.
You got to again cultivating home talent and hopefully being able to go to the other events around the world, not even just BattleBots, just everywhere. Just being
Yeah,
trying to conquer the world of robot combat. On the on the little from the little island that could.
yeah,
It's wonderful what they're doing down there, and I'm very proud that I'm very proud to see that the sport still all these years later can still there's still teams out there that want to grow it and actually not just fight the bots, but also go back and say, hey, what else can we do? What else can we do to get more people into this? And they're champions in that right too. Not just on the scene with the bot, they're champions back home for doing that as well. That's a huge undertaking to be able to run an event and be able to get that all going. It's quite admirable.
yeah.
But
Of
yeah,
course,
yeah,
building their own arena in their almost backyard
yeah.
means that they have somewhere good
Yeah.
to test their big
It's a
scary
unique
spinner
advantage,
thing.
isn't it?
Yeah,
Oh yeah, absolutely.
made
Yeah,
themselves a
it's
big old test box. Great.
yeah, because a lot of teams, and we saw that when we were there. There's teams that hadn't spun up, really to full speed until they had gotten to the event because there really
There are
wasn't
some
a lot of
teams who
safe places
shouldn't
to
have, but
test.
did.
Yeah, it's okay. Uh, we won't talk about that here.
Yep. Moving
But
on.
yeah, but yeah, no, you know what you get from Endgame. You get a bot that's one giant nuts, one giant bolts. They probably could win any trophy that BattleBots offered to them. Honestly,
Yeah.
uh, split washers, anything. uh, they're a scary
Can't wait
customer.
for the
I mean,
giant grub screw.
there you go. Yeah, it's time. Where's that at BattleBots? Come on now.
They did. They in the last episode they teased what the trophy is, but we haven't seen what it is yet. I don't think it's a giant
Oh,
nut, and I don't think it's a giant washer. It could just be this giant f off trophy thing. God knows. All we
we'll
know is
see.
it's big and yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Big and shiny.
That's all you need. Big and shiny things.
Speaking of,
Speaking of spreading this word around, with as big of a country and as many people that India has, this is I think only the second bot we've seen
yeah,
out of India. This is Golden Fury. The last one we saw from India was Adam 94, right?
yeah,
That was the one. And that did all right. I feel like it had better fights later on. It
yeah.
definitely had a tougher start to its campaign. But this machine here, uh, it's it's very riptidey,
Very riptidey, but
and I'm not.
I
Genuinely not upset about it.
I think it's nicer looking Riptide. Riptide
Hmm.
was very boxy. This
Hmm.
has nice curves, nice colours.
Hmm.
It's a nicely built piece.
Yeah,
And yeah,
absolutely.
it does the exact same thing that Riptide does, but it does it dare I say with a little bit more class.
Oh, how the TV has shown Riptide to be the evil that we wanted to
Yes.
destroy. Nah, it's okay. But yeah, no, it's a really nice looking machine. I like this. I like the way the look and I like the look of the team. I really would like to see this do some serious damage and make some carnage in the arena. I feel like we were missing out on representation from Asia
Yeah.
in BattleBots. It's nice to have have bots from other countries to make this a true world championship atmosphere. And it's very oh, what was the robot that was from China? We have the what
I
is her
was just trying
name?
to think the same thing.
Oh my God, this is what happens when you don't watch BattleBots for years
I
and
mean, it
it all
was
falls out of your head.
2019 when this robot was
This is
around.
true. This is true. This is
I'm
true.
gonna do some light research in the background here.
Okay, sounds good. Because the color scheme is also what's giving me vibes to that robot as well. Uh, but I feel like this would be one of those robots to kind of keep an eye on and see how they grow during the tournament. It's a new design, two BattleBots. I don't know if they fought previously in other tournaments leading up to this one. It looks like it was purposely built for this event. It is a it is a true unknown. I look forward to seeing how it fares in the arena. But other than that, it's a bot that just kind of we're just going to kind of keep an eye on.
He
Jonathan is
big.
back. He big. The runner up from World Championship 7. It's huge. Uh I mean, you know what you get from huge. You get chaos, you get big spinner, you get oh man, the big wheels, and you get Jonathan and his team, and they really know how to make this thing run. They really got it humming in World Championship 7, and I really hope that they can ride that into a successful campaign in the Pro League. It's a bot that I've grown to love. I know that when it first showed up on the scene, you look at this thing and it's just, what is this gangly thing, and what is it going to do? But it is a it has really kind of grown in the hearts of many as being a bot that could really be the meta killer when it comes to the four-wheel drive verts and the drums of that dominate the sport and dominate the BattleBot scene itself. This is something that really has flipped the script and made it so that it you really have to plan for overhead attacks, and you have to plan for getting hit in places that maybe you're not thinking that a weapon could reach. It really has flipped the common vert man on its head, and it's a bot that uh, really has so much unique qualities to it that it's hard to attack too because the body's up so high. It really is a nightmare for other bots to fight against, and we'll get into another bot later that may have tried to find a way to reach that body. Uh, we'll see how successful that was. Jevin, you wouldn't happen to know about that robot, would you?
Not a clue which robot you're talking about. Uh,
but uh, but that's about. I mean, I could keep gushing about Huge. It really has become quite a fan favorite, and I'm
it's
very
such a
happy for
meta
Jonathan.
design as well. Like
Yeah.
I know the four-wheel drive vert was the big problem for a long time across all scenes.
I
This
mean, it
sort of
really still
design is
is.
the problem now because nobody has
Yes.
really come up with a good way of fighting it other than
Mm-mm.
to kind of be a douche about it and put your walls up
Mhm.
and hold it in place. But otherwise,
Yeah. Or do what
um,
Sawblaze did in the final, and give those eyebrows, and even still, at that fight could still have gone either way,
still could have gone either way. Yeah,
even
we
with
are
even with that.
currently suffering from a huge shaped issue in the Beatles scene in the UK in Morgan's Cabracken, which I don't know if you've seen any of the recent BBB footage. Good God, the man accrued about. I think it was just about a minute and ten's worth of fight time across all of his fights for one tournament, which he won. Like he defeated everything in mere moments, and that's because realistically nobody is fighting this kind of design very often, or knows really what to do to fight this kind of design. Um, but yeah, no, I love Huge, and I think again it's in the heat of death, but it is one that could win it all.
Absolutely. It's another bot where we I mean, this is the benefit, I guess, of the Pro League and having this whole deal. We're having all these bots that we've had these relationships with now. We're like, you know what you're getting from them, you know what you're going to see. You just hope that they can be effective and follow through on everything that they plan to do in the arena. We wish the best of luck for Team Huge and Jonathan, and and his team, and maybe he'll come out with some hardware this time and not just a second place ribbon.
Just a quick update on our conversation earlier. The Chinese robot you were thinking of, Railgun Max.
That is it. Yes, it has that kind of. It's the color scheme. It has to be.
It's the color scheme. Yeah.
Yeah, that really gets me.
Ah.
Oh no. Since we are doing this alphabetically, let's talk about the elephant in the room. And
really
it's
looks
trunk.
like one.
I know. Hypershock, man. And this is the picture they decided to take is with the huge.
I know other photos of it exists. There's a photo of each version of it, I believe, because like pulling back the curtain a little bit, they've shown us the card for this week's episode of BattleBots, and there's a different picture of Hypershock. It's not this.
Yeah.
So,
but of course,
where's my goddamn pictures of Hypershock, BattleBots?
But of course, showing off the way that they
official name of
to attack. No, I don't know the official name.
It's the HUGEershock. There's 3 setups. There's HUGEershock, Wedgershock, and Forkershock. And this is the HUGEershock setup. In theory,
yes,
baller idea.
Yes,
just reach him with your big vert. You have the big flats on it so that his big vert is just going to go twang and hit flat steel.
Absolutely.
Great idea in concept.
I mean,
in execution, we'll talk about it next time.
This is true. I mean, the idea is to have something, a long bar, similar to Deep Six. I think of that fight, how effective that reach can be. Now, the way that fight ended, maybe not as destructive as we thought, but still an effective way to win the fight. Get Huge out of the arena and getting them stuck in a place that only Huge can get stuck in. I don't know if Hypershock had that in mind, but I don't know if they were going to. Yeah, that since that tape exists. No, it's I mean, he's Hypershock, man. I mean, you know what you're gonna get. Again with Hypershock, it's a speed demon around the arena. It's a mean customer. It absolutely can, on its best day, win the whole event easily. But it all depends on how things go. This is the one thing was I know Will has driven in the past and Alex has driven in the past. Is it Alex all the way now? I mean,
I believe it's Alex all the way.
Because that's what I mean.
Year.
That's going to make
thinking.
Yeah, because that can make quite a difference into how how much chaos is in the machine itself. Because how Will can drift around with this
if it's
machine.
Will, it's more chaos. If it's
sure.
Alex, it's certainly more controlled. But
yeah, it's like what I have my plan in mind.
She knows what she needs to do. It's whether she can execute it is the next step, and I mean that's the case with all roboteers. To be fair,
yes, absolutely.
Always a fan of this team. Love the new jackets. Love the new merch.
Yes.
Already been on the shop.
Oh yeah,
already bought the stuff. So
you would love the new merch, wouldn't you?
I've got to somehow. I don't think I'm the person who spent the most on their website by a long shot, because obviously they sold the hyperdrive bits and bobs. I know for a fact that Lars over in the Netherlands has just bought a whole Hypershock.
Yeah.
God damn it, Lars. So yeah, I'll just be their truest #1 fan forevermore.
Yeah, that's all. That's
it
all I've
pains
ever
me
wanted,
to say that I think that they might not win this heat.
I know they really are in a tough group. Yeah.
It's such a tough group, and I'm excited to see how a couple of fights go.
Yeah.
I've got Hexbug logic playing out between Hypershock and Minotaur, in which usually Hypershock wins that match if you use the right setup. It depends if that translates to real life or not. Probably not.
Something makes me think that scale up might ruin your logic a little bit, but
I'm excited to see it. Whatever happens, it's a fight that I've wanted to see for a long time. They've got Bloodsport in their group as well. That's going to be a fun one. They really have a mixed bag of robots to fight. Big vert, drum, horizontal. Like the full mix of weapon types is in that group. So
and maybe we'll see all the attachments just in their group, and not being able to hoping if they do get out of it, at least at least we'll be able to have seen all the attachments once. It's possible. There are definitely times where we had bots show up to events and they prepare and prepare for who they're going to fight, and maybe they don't use an attachment that they designed specifically to fight certain robots. Everyone goes with a Tombstone setup.
I mean,
Everyone
that
goes
is
with
the
a
other benefit of
yeah.
this. The draw for this event was announced ahead of time, and the
Hmm.
teams knew who they were going to be fighting. Hence why Hypershock has this setup pre-made, because they had
Yeah,
time to engineer it. It's not a last-minute addition. It's not a garden rake attached to your robot.
absolutely.
It's a physically pre-made part that they were like,
Hmm.
and this is what we're doing with Huge.
Yeah.
So I don't know. They might have some other stuff in mind for future. I know for a fact their setup for Bloodsport is the horizontal wedge with forks.
Hmm.
So it's a bit of a hybrid, that one. So I'm excited. They've had time to prepare, and Will has not left it to the last minute to do so.
No, not at all. Yeah, yeah. They haven't let him. They
No,
gave him plenty of time.
God bless you, Alex. You fixed him.
The home team. Jackpot's back again. Looking quite candy stripey. And
Yeah,
with the way that they have the setup here. It's exactly what you would hope a Vegas spot to look like, honestly. Very green and gaudy and sparkly, and it's something that I think, Jeff and the team can be proud of. This is a bot that, showed up to World Championship 6, and they
five.
or 5. Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
that's the thing.
No,
It's
it
it's
was it
it's
was a
been
COVID year entrant at the
right.
last
That's
minute
true.
because they, yeah,
But yeah, this is a bot that's, it's definitely grown with experience. They definitely have an ace up their sleeve. I know that you see that in the picture there being held
is
by a team
is
member
Ace
there.
getting bigger? Is Jackpot getting smaller, or is both true and soon they will be a multi-bot with two equal size parts?
It's I'll leave that for the team to explain because I do feel like there has been some weight shaved off. There's definitely been some weight shaved off of Jackpot to
Yeah,
make Ace a little beefier. And I'm totally fine with that because with how effective those cam lifters can be, especially at the smaller weight class, it definitely can be a bot that's you know able to tee it up for its mommy bot and just being able to punch things across the box with ease. We know the kind of energy the Jackpot stores and the different blades they have in tow. We have the heart shaped blade here. We know the double diamond that we're familiar with as well. This is a it's tricky too because this is also a team that would be a team that you would think that being so in ingrained in Vegas. They have that whole scene there. Uh, you would hope that they have. It really is that home field advantage. Like you feel like they could go and have the most practice and stuff like that because this is something that Jeff is there. With
yeah,
Destructathon, he's doing this and he's around these bots probably more than anybody outside the event. That's a huge advantage coming into this event. I would think having that experience and being around as often as he has been.
yeah. It's been wonderful to see how this robot has developed over the years.
Hmm.
Like from their first outing in 2020, where they were like, I think they put their bot together in under a month, and it
Hmm.
didn't cost all that much money, and it was just like lots of like last minute decisions and things to now this really refined robot. As you said, they've had time to
Hmm.
field test it in the box.
Hmm.
You've got to think that Jeff is putting it into the arena as often as he can just to make sure it works and everything.
Oh,
um,
absolutely.
but yeah, it looks the part. It looks very cool. Big Jackpot enjoyer.
Hmm.
um, as you say, Ace is getting hencher by the day. uh,
Yes.
yeah, it stands to be one of the as with all of these robots, this why it's the
Yeah.
Pro League that any
It's
of
kind
them
of
could
becoming
be.
ad nauseum at this point, where it's like they,
Yep,
they could all win or they could all lose. Honestly,
yep.
it really comes
Depends what
down
kind of day
to
it is.
the draw and what kind of day they're having, and what they had for breakfast. Uh, it really could be anybody, and that's exactly what I feel like. That BattleBots has hit that really well on that nail on the head. I feel like they've done. We are. oversaturated with spinners, but I mean that's where that's where the scene is at the moment. It really has been kinetic domination. Since the show came back on the air, uh,
Yeah.
it really has been it's a it's really all it is. Uh, but yeah, no, we love to see some Jackpot. We love to see them hopefully get hopefully not crap out by the time their group is done. But hopefully they keep rolling and everything keeps coming up good.
Any more? Are you done?
No, I'm done. I could keep going,
All the
but
Vegas
it's
references is yeah.
yeah, absolutely. I don't know any more, and I might bust. So,
Oh,
uh,
good God. Okay, on that.
oh, good golly, Miss Molly, meow. MadCatter has really become very tanky, hasn't it?
It's very wide and very.
Yes.
Earlier on I was saying that four-wheel drive verts was the problem.
Hmm.
Here we are.
Yeah. The wheels are in there, we swear. Uh, MadCatter, great team, fun team. Martin Mason, fan favorite, brings all the energy to the arena. Something that we love to see. Of course, he's probably one of the favorites of the teams and the kids, and like he's the one that gets everybody all hyped up. He'll run around the arena and oh yeah, and it's very infectious. And we love to see this team back. I will say I do miss I don't know if they have them. I do miss the lifting arms that this bot had in the past. The paws. But they've definitely gone more,
They're set
hardcore
to
with
tank the
the front
hits, and
end.
I wonder if this
Yes.
is more of a case of they also prepared for the robots in front of them. Like
Hmm.
they know that they have Tombstone in their group, so they're going to
Yeah.
prepare the big defensive plow.
Hmm.
Um,
And if they have
yeah,
more attachments, maybe we'll see them. But this is the setup they're going with. It is it's a bot to be feared in the arena. It's a tough bot to fight.
yeah.
I know this is Calvin Iba driving this bot around. Of course, we know how much of an expert he is with the sticks.
Well,
You know,
Calvin's not
it's
on the
it.
team anymore, though. That's the thing.
Oh, he isn't, but his name is there.
Wait, is it?
Yeah,
It is as well. Maybe he's
yeah,
like background support. I don't
it's
know.
possible. Yeah, so he's not driving it.
No.
Oh, geez. See, This is what happens when I don't prepare. But no, well, we'll see. We'll see if that's a wrinkle in the story of MadCatter. Because that is something that is a huge piece missing. If he's not if he's not driving. That is one of the things that made MadCatter as dangerous as it could be. Not to give any slash to whoever's going to be driving it now. But you got some big shoes to fill.
Yeah, very much
So
so. I am just going to double check that fact. We'll carry on,
mhm.
and I'll get back to you on whether Calvin is in fact at the sticks or not. Um,
Okay.
I'll let you know.
Yeah, but anything going forward? Ah, yes, another bot that is very much a product of the Destructathon live scene
Oh, here's
tinkering.
the old Copperhead team.
Yeah, here, darn.
Ah, I
Magnitude,
I should
everyone.
have actually. No, I stand by it. This isn't a drum. It's an egg beater. Carry on.
Yeah, man. See, where's that chart, Jevin? Where's that chart? I
It's
got
all
it.
circles.
It's all circles all the way down. Uh, so this is Magnitude. Magnitude. I love the look of this robot. I like the kind of electric lime coloring they've gone with. It definitely it's got a vibe to it. It looks very shiny. Hopefully it stays that way. It's not going to stay that way. Uh, I I don't recall how many fights they had live. I know this is a bot that has come to the box to fight and kind of, work out the kinks and stuff like that, similar to the way with Disarray.
I think
Uh,
they did a Destructathon special
mhm,
fight at one point
mhm,
as an
mhm,
introduction, and
mhm,
then they did the face offs So they had 3 fights in that as well.
Mm-hmm.
The question is, did they then do a second face-offs?
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember.
Mm.
But yeah, this is a cool robot. I like it a lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
For a team that spent so long trying to defeat Riptide, to then
Mm-hmm.
go and build an egg beaster is kind of like whoopsies. But yeah, no, I've got a lot of time for this team because they made a lot of time for us out in Vegas.
Yes. Absolutely.
Yeah, just great. They're great people.
Mm-hmm.
I still can't get over them going with our idea of weekend at Bernie's.
Yeah.
It's one of my favourite intros to the arena for this team. And yeah, no, Magnitude, very, very cool. Looks very professional, looks the part.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely
And a lot of experience. A lot of experience behind this team. You got Chad New, you got Luke Quintal, you got all these people that, have experience with, with a bot of similar magnitude
Hey.
in Copperhead. So, it's a team with a new design that, like, will you would hope to have the same effect, or have the same, a similar success with, given the the makeup, and the DNA following through, and the continued family tree of robots that, like, that's a whole nother chart of, like, how everybody is connected and how many different teams and who's on what
God,
team.
I
And
forgot
it's
about the family tree.
yeah.
I don't think I could follow it anymore. Like
No.
that, it's gone off the rails.
Yeah, absolutely. It's I don't know. I feel like there's we've gotten to the point where things have been inbred and people have foreheads the size of 6 fingers, and we won't talk about it. Anyway, but yeah, no, looking forward to seeing this in the arena. It's a very clean design, with a team behind it that knows what they're doing clearly, and we wish them the best going forward. I know that they're going to be they'll be a force to be reckoned with. Get that thing spun up, point it in the right direction. Fingers crossed, and you see what happens.
Speaking of the family tree, actually,
Yes, definitely. This is one of those that, oh man, everybody, everybody just kind of goes around. I feel like everybody's kind of an interconnected, just web of, people that tend to just, we're like gravitational bodies, or like whoever has, like, it's just like, I don't know how to explain it. As usual, like, people just kind of get sucked into other teams, and just like, oh, they're in their orbit, and like, "Oh, we'll take you have this, and we'll pull the pieces together. We'll build it better than they ever was before." Malice is a bot that, came out of the 2019-2020 deal of bots that, like, that have grown into quite dangerous machines. This is also a bot that has had its test bed run at Destructathon for ages now. It is a scary big weapon. Literally a drum on its side, storing that much energy. It absolutely has the capability to just rip things asunder. And Bunny and Bunny and the Davids have really had quite a fun time, I'm sure, with this machine, and it really has grown on me. I will say, just hopefully it doesn't get upended, and hopefully that bunny tail they have on the back makes it so that this thing can't get stuck in unscrupulous places in the arena, and get have its campaign cut short because of strange happenings. But it's
yeah.
it's a tough bot. I mean, it really has all the makings of a contender.
And what do you do with it? It's a big horizontal, so you prep with the wedge, but then it's got the forks, so do you have to prep for the fork game as well?
Yeah.
It's a real... it's cheating at rock, paper, scissors is what it is, but
Yeah.
it's saying rock, paper, scissors, but also
Someone's gotta
holding
do
a
it.
gun underneath the rock, paper, scissors game and saying, yeah, you want to try and question me?
Yeah.
Yeah,
See how that works out for you.
it's just such a power team as well of the smaller weight class builders who are... I mean, the one that stands out to me as a name I instantly recognise, Johnny Sumpas from
Yes.
Spartan, on the team as well. He knows horizontals, as do
Oh my God,
half the
does
rest
he?
of this team from
Mhm.
doing all sorts of things. You got David Rush, who's been one of the drivers for Destructathon as well.
Hmm.
He's been out there doing a lot of driving practice. I don't know whether he's the driver of Malice, but if I were that team, I'd be looking at who has the most seat time in driving at the minute and going, "Yep, it's you."
Hmm.
But yeah, this
Yeah, we'll
robot
see
is.
what decision they make in that regard.
I can't remember who they went for. I'll need to watch the footage closer, but yeah,
Hmm.
this is. It's always a threat. Again, as you said, ad nauseum. It's we say about all of them, but it is.
Hmm.
It's true.
That's going to be the most fun part about watching all these. Like, it's just nice to have BattleBots back in some shape or form,
Yeah,
because you get to talk about these machines, and with the way that they have the group set up, and with the way that they're going to have the tournament set up, really anybody on their best day can really do some really shred up the competition. Honestly,
yeah,
it's gonna be a fun time, uh, and hopefully the bunny led team have a good outing. Hopefully have some fun and do some good damage, and see if they come out of their group as well. Uh,
yeah.
Best of luck to the team going forward. Um, that's all I got to say, really.
Cool. This this team is a threat. This is if Endgame weren't here, I think this is the other robot that everyone would be like, and this is going to
Yeah,
win. And I also
yeah,
I was wrong about the major drums in the competition because Manta is one of them.
yes. Uh, phew. What can be said about Manta in such short a time? It really has captured the minds and hearts of millions. It has such a kick. Honestly, it's such a low robot and has such energy in that drum. Uh, I don't know. It's almost very unassuming. When you look at it, you're like, oh, that how could that be? It's such a well packed customer. It has so much energy, and it just uh, I have no words. I really do think, just like you, Jevin, this is a bot that, given any other day, and if Endgame wasn't there, this one has a clear path forward.
Am I
We
right in
saw its
thinking
effectiveness at Robo Games.
they in their entire fight history they have only ever lost one fight?
I don't recall them losing more than one, but I'll let the comments correct us if we're
And
wrong.
I
But
think that one was when they went up in a ball of flames.
yeah,
And that
which
was mainly
that's a way to
down to
go.
their own issues. Like it wasn't caused by another robot. I want to say. I think it just
Hmm.
overworked itself to the point where it then. I don't know. Obviously, the
Hmm.
knock-on effect of components and all sorts when you're in a fight,
Yeah,
but
I,
I don't
I
want
can
to
hear
take away
Reese
from
Ewert.
anybody.
I can
Yeah,
hear Reese Ewert with the of fusion fames, like pushing the robot, to its limits, and just cooking the bot until, it's only got to last 3 minutes.
yeah.
Uh,
I also just want to say on the team sheet for this is very interesting. You've got David Small,
yes.
driver of Banshee. If you
Hmm.
go along a little bit, what's Matt Vasquez doing there?
Oh no. Interesting.
So was
There's
he pit support? Perhaps, maybe.
it's possible.
The
So
unofficial
maybe
official
the
fifth host
yeah,
of this podcast was on a team
absolutely.
again.
Fourth or
Crazy,
fifth or
actually.
sixth. Yeah, it's the threads that connect these teams, again, it's just interesting. You have Nick Dobrikov and this team, and I don't know. It's
What can you say
Manta's such
about
a
Manta
such a
other
cool.
than
Yeah.
if you face it in the arena, the chances are you're not coming out in one piece.
No, absolutely. You're going out in in microscopic pieces. It's a bot that, we saw in Robo Games actually, almost almost end the event. Uh it's it's got such energy, it's got such class. It is the BattleBot at the moment
I mean,
that
them
everybody
versus
wants to fight.
Triton is the hit that comes to mind every time I think of
Yeah.
this robot, and there's
Hmm.
the shower of sparks. Triton going flying, even with that weapon reach,
Hmm.
doesn't matter.
Yeah. So scary. Um I mean, really, it's Manta at the end of the day, and it's a bot that we've seen now of quite a few times fight, and we know what to expect from it. It's just, can they do it? As we can say with many of the other machines in this lineup, it's it's gonna be fun either way. Anyway, any way, shape, or form, we know that this is going to be a bot that uh, we're gonna have to keep a very close eye on going forward.
Definitely. Keep him with the drums.
Keeping with the drums, will this be Minotaur's year to really
Could
shake
be.
up everything? Honestly, uh, a bot that has the capability, like many others in this league. I feel like it's going to have to be eventually time for Minotaur to finally take what's rightfully theirs. They have trophies in so many other events around the globe, and this bot has clearly shown that it has the capability to really deal out some serious punishment. Um, just keep the wheels moving, keep that weapon facing forward, and I feel like you could say that a lot about the about the verts. That's the one thing about having all these bots that have these weapons at the front, and it's it's it, it's almost like looking in a mirror sometimes with all these machines, where you see what you have across in the other square, and you're like, man, it's it's going to be tough no matter what. But Minotaur and Marco and the team and Daniel at the sticks, it's hard to bet against them.
It really is. They are in a tough heat. I will be interested to see. Uh, I think it's the fight I'm most interested for in the entire tournament. It's
Hmm.
Minotaur versus Huge.
Yeah.
I really don't know which way that fight's going to go. I don't know what Minotaur can do to Huge. I don't know what Huge can do to Minotaur because it's so compact
Hmm.
and small. And there's so many turning pieces in that fight that I'm just like, we'll just have to see what happens. I'm excited for it.
Hmm. The battle of the teams that almost won the nut,
Yeah.
in the past. So it'll be that's a really tough fight. That's a really tough draw, for both teams, I feel like Huge is a really great counter. This really Huge is the counter to a bot like Minotaur,
Mm.
where the idea is that you're unable to hit that body, and Huge is going to have that bar to be able to get down. So I'd like to see how they handle having to fight something like that, the Minotaur team. But uh, it really is the pinnacle of the sport. It has so much behind it, so many hours behind it, so much refining. Ever since it came onto the scene in 2016, it really has, you know, it really has captured, the hearts of the world. I feel like I could say that again about so many of these teams, but that's the idea of the pro league, right? The idea is to make it so that you have the best of the best going up against each other, in combat to the death. Uh, but Minotaur, you know what to expect from Minotaur. You expect the Raging Bull to come out and absolutely wreck shop,
And not die.
and not die. Hopefully, no, don't go up in a don't go up in a ball of smoke,
And even
please.
if you do, you'll
Uh,
probably keep going for the rest of the fight.
yep, it will not matter, and you'll fill the whole arena with a smoke screen, and
Doesn't matter what
just
happens, you're going to Brazil. And
absolutely.
yeah,
Um, it's definitely a bot that it's just wonderful. It's wonderful in so many ways, and the team are wonderful, and it's great to have Marco and the crew back. All right, here we are. We've reached Orbitron.
we have
So
indeed.
this
Can I start on
machine,
this? Because I have
yeah.
opinions.
Okay, go ahead. Yeah.
I love this robot so
Okay.
much. I'm going to be an avid defender of Orbitron, and I see what you're doing, BattleBots, villainizing
Hmm.
AI. I can see it,
Hmm.
and
Hmm.
the team themselves are not evil.
No,
I
not at
don't think
all.
even what they're doing with AI is that bad. They are just trying a different way of driving a robot. It's really not that big a step different to what Chomp was doing with the automatic
That's
firing of the hammer. And we didn't
absolutely.
villainize them over it. Like,
No, how
come
could
on.
we?
Um, so, yeah, Orbitron is a robot that has been refined so much over
Hmm.
a very short period of time.
Hmm.
Obviously, backed by the Hacksmith, the YouTube channel, um, is just it's cool. It's cool to see this design work.
Hmm. And with the team backing behind it with Hacksmith, you know that they're going to have everything at their disposal to make this thing as beefy and refined as they
I mean, they're
possibly
making
can.
friggin' lightsabers right now, and they're going to make
Yeah,
a fighting
really.
robot
At the end
easy.
of the day, this
I
is,
think the big
child's
thing for
play to
me is
them.
they could have just done an RC vehicle. They could have just gone down the easy route. They've decided to
Yes.
make it difficult for themselves.
Hmm.
They have given themselves the challenge of adding
Team
the
after my
AI
own
in
heart.
here.
I make everything
And
difficult
yeah,
when it
they
comes to
they
designing machines. That's why nothing ever gets built.
yeah,
So
true. Um, they could have gone down that route, and they chose not
yeah,
to. They've chosen to go for something more challenging, something that
yeah.
no other team is doing.
Very admirable. Yeah.
Really, really commendable what they're trying to do and what they're trying to achieve with it. And I can see people being like, "Ooh, AI."
Yeah,
Ooh.
I know.
They're
Well,
trying to replace the
it's
drivers.
the punching
They're
bag.
not.
It's the
They're not
punching
trying to
bag.
replace the drivers.
Yeah.
Because ultimately, it still requires somebody to be operating the AI program. So
Yeah, someone's got to write it, or somebody's got to, clean up the. You've had AI write code before. It comes out like garbage. You have to.
yeah,
There needs to be some human intervention.
you have to give him some parameters to make it
Yeah,
work.
it's only as good as your prompt. At the end of the day. And I know that there is the tie-in with, talk about the sponsor again. With data and and AI, and I know that this is a reality of what we live in, currently. So it is they are absolutely going to be villainized, because of the fact that they're using this kind of technology to not just drive their robot, but it's I would be surprised if it wasn't linked into the design as well and being able to. But
Mm,
at the end of the day, don't other teams use algorithms to design their weapons and being able to do balancing and stuff like we all utilize programs to refine our designs at the end of the day, and this is just a another way that a team has decided to go about refining their design post build in a way, like
yeah,
take it to the arena. If you're better than it, beat it. Put your bot in the arena, and if you can talk about and to villainize it, build a bot to beat it. That's
yeah,
the tools are there for everybody to use. Unfortunately, if you like it or not, it's a it's a reality of the sport at this point. And this is a team that has taken that and gone forward with it, and it'll be interesting to see how they film it and how they stage it. With how I don't know if I don't know if I've seen I can't recall if I've seen the Orbitron fight yet.
it is
But
in episode 4. It was one of the most
definitely
recent
haven't
fights to
seen it
happen.
yet.
Yeah, I was gonna
Yeah.
say, we must talk about the ending of this fight when we come round to
Okay.
doing the episode because it's very
Yes.
funny.
Okay.
Specifically the commentary, and people who have seen the episode will know what I'm talking about. Steve, you've got something to look forward to.
Oh, awesome! Yeah. Oh, yeah. And in the commentary booth, this is a whole other thing that we forgot to talk about in the very beginning.
Yeah,
We do have Chris and Kenny back,
we
and
do.
Farouk. It's wonderful to have them
We've
back.
almost got the best of both worlds because over in the judging as well, we have now I've forgotten his name instantly there. Come on, Steve, you know classic BattleBots. What's
Was it
his
Derek?
name? What?
Is it Derek Young?
No.
Classic BattleBots.
Classic BattleBots host.
Oh, Bill Dwyer.
That's it. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bill Dwyer is one of the judges.
Things for Destructathon. Yeah.
Yeah, he's one of the major hosts of Destructathon and the live scene and everything.
Yep.
They've put him on the judges' table for this, which I think is a great call. Alongside Pete Abramson as well. So he's got an active role going on this time round as well. And it's Fon Davis is the third.
Yeah. Okay.
They
Cool.
also at some point are going to have Zyla Foxlin, the YouTube personality who does a lot of engineering work. Love her channel, love all of her stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, she is a guest judge at some point. I don't know when, but yeah, look forward to
And they
seeing
have
Zyla
tweaked the
Foxlin.
judging a little bit. I know that they put control and aggression into one category. This is something we'll get more into when we actually talk about the episode proper.
Yeah, I need to do some
but,
research into that because they haven't
yeah.
updated the rule book on the website yet.
This
So,
is true.
BattleBots,
Yeah.
if you're watching this, please can you? Because I would love to have a little read.
Yeah,
and
we'd love to have a
understand
dig through that. Yeah, that's another thing that we really didn't touch on too much because there wasn't a whole lot of front-facing information. Just another thing to stick in the middle of this
Perhaps
episode.
we get Pete on to talk judging at some point.
Hey, it's a possibility.
And the other one we haven't mentioned is that Mike Jeffries is back as the in his role.
The match steward. Yeah.
That's it, Matt Stewart in the background. So
Yep.
he's still operating. A lot of the behind the scenes people are still the same. It's just they've got
Hmm.
maybe some different roles and responsibilities and things. But yeah, no, good to see the old team back. Anyway, Orbitron, not villains. Great, move on.
Yep. Moving on. Yep.
Where is it?
What happened?
Where
What
is my
happened to my
frog?
froggy boy?
Where
So
is he?
this is probably one of the bots that has changed the most of the ones coming in. Uh, I mean, it's Ribbot in name only. I'm curious to see how well it does. But this is a huge shift from what we've seen in the past from Ribbot.
Now, interestingly, they were talking about the egg beater as a config.
Yeah.
So I've seen the vert config as well, and
Hmm.
that looks like old vert Ribbot.
Okay. Yeah.
The issue is it doesn't look like a frog. It's
Yeah.
just green. If
That's
anything, it looks like a tortoise or a turtle right now.
okay. That
Am I wrong?
Torbot.
Yeah, exactly. It's shell shocked.
We had
everyone.
Terrorturtle already.
We're back to shell shocked.
Oh
Everything reverts to shell shock.
no. But yeah, still plenty of experience behind this team. It's an egg beater. It's at the end of the day in this picture
Or
here.
revert.
Or a vert. Yeah, depending on what configuration they want to go with. This is another team that has it's very much a Swiss Army bot at the end of the day, being able to swap in modules and be able to you know set up properly for their opponent. This is also might be a depending on like I have to remember who's in their group. But this may also be a depending on who they're fighting, they've made this decision to go with this huge egg beater weapon. It's a it's still a strong customer. The drive at the end of the day is still Ribbot at the end of the day. Under all the facade, it's still a bot that we know how effective it can be. Um, it's a well built machine. It looks like it's still got the forks out the front that look. Uh, it looks. I don't know. I lose the connection. I miss the frog on top. This is one of those bots
I
that
was sad when
has
they
stripped
removed
away
the
as
legs
much.
after 2019,
Yeah, yeah.
and
I
I'm
know
more
that they
sad
kind
now
of were
that they've
forced to.
removed the face.
Yeah,
Um, I think you could like just 3D print some eyes or something for God's sake. Just make it look like a frog, please.
that's okay. But still could be a really strong competitor. This bot still packs a punch. Um, I don't know if I have a whole lot more to say about Ribbot.
No,
It's a
I sort of want to move on because it's making me sad.
I know I know.
I think the
But
other thing to mention is that it's changed captaincy. So Nick
this is
Sorensen,
true.
who was
Yeah.
on the team previously, has
Hmm.
now stepped into the captain role as David
Yeah.
Jin moves away.
The one
Um,
has the one famous for his send it
Send
chant.
it.
Yeah,
um,
but
yeah. Hopefully they send it and
yeah.
bring back the froghead. That's all I can say.
No. Hashtag bring back Ribbot's head. Now this is
Old
a bot
faithful.
that we have, connections with. This is a you may notice a missing face that you saw here the last time that we spoke with
It's Sam,
Craig.
isn't it?
Oh yeah,
Oh.
that's the one.
No.
Yeah. No. Our colleague David Harrison, honorary team member of the Skorpios team, who do have had some hardware since we last saw them. They did well in their spoiler alert. They did well in their face-offs appearance. Got that washer, and it's it's a bot that they've iterated on it so much, and this is a bot they've iterated on so much, but it still has the makings of like what made the original Scorpios so iconic. And like that's one thing I remember when I was reading through the the BattleBots white paper to get onto the show. You want a bot that, like, if you stripped all the color away and just had a silhouette, you could recognize that robot just from its silhouette. And this is a bot that has always had that. It's got that character. It's got the team behind it. It's got a deadly weapon. I really hope that they can pull that success that they had in the face-offs into a successful campaign in the Pro League. But of course, we'll just have to wait and see. Uh, it's a it is a it's just a good machine at the end of the day.
It is.
It really has become quite a tough customer to knock out. It's not something that it's something we've talked about in the past where it kind of has the wild thing kind of feel where you can just keep hitting it and it'll keep coming back. And it takes a lot for it to really conk out. Um, but you know, I don't have too much more to say about Scorpios.
I have a couple of things I want to
Yeah.
mention. So first of all, this is I don't think this is the intended design that they wanted to bring to this event, but this event came
Hmm.
around quite quickly to the point where they needed to have something ready to go.
Yeah. Hmm.
Um, so I believe they are doing up a four-wheel drive version of Skorpios. Zach was
Wow.
certainly designing it. They put it in the builder blog at some point.
Hmm.
But it's a cool looking bot. I just don't think they had time to do it for this year. Perhaps for
Yeah.
next year's event, now they know it's
Hmm.
happening,
Yes.
they can prepare for it and build this new version. It'll be interesting to see if it works and if it goes well. But yeah, Scorpios is Scorpios at the end of the day. We talk about it every series.
Hmm.
It continues to be all reliable, basically.
Hmm. Yeah, it really has all the makings of, a bot that can make a run, given the right lineup and ahead of it. It has really strong armor on the front. It has that overhead weapon, which it's only one in the tournament. It's missing its brother in Saw. So it's gonna have to hold that banner high. And especially since, with Saw Blaze being the reigning champion in a way, that is a way, this is uh it's gonna be there are going to be some bots that we're not going to get to obviously in this thing. You're like, oh, where are they? Well, maybe it might be like what you said, Jevin, the quick turnaround here. Maybe bots, there are bots that definitely probably would have benefited from having more time to cook, you know
Yeah,
uh and given more time to prepare for such an event like this. So the 2027 that they had announced uh out there, 2027 Pro League, I know there's an all call eventually going to go out for that if it hasn't already gone out already, to give teams more time to prepare. Maybe we'll see teams like that come back. Uh, but Scorpius, it's a bot to keep an eye on.
it really is.
It definitely has the capabilities of a winner.
And Zach has all the confidence in the world.
Oh my God, he oozes it. Absolutely, and Diana as well. Long forks, long
Long
forks,
forks.
such long forks. Uh, Switchback's back. Greg Needell and the crew bring back a very stealthy looking switchback. Uh, Gone are a lot of the orange highlights that speckled the last one we saw. It's definitely gone more. It's definitely uh, gone more stealth than in years past. Um, I guess this would also be another overhead attack weapon if I guess you were to go from behind. I know they had done that in a previous fight. They do have the capability to reach behind and, take a bite out of their opponent if they decide to get cheeky on the rear end there. Uh, it's not a it's not a bot that when I first saw it, when it first showed up on the scene, uh, I I I, I had it akin to bots that would try something so different from everybody else. Well, not different in the way that in the massive weapon that they were putting on the arm, because this bot has a lot of threads similar to a bot like Whiplash,
Yeah.
where it has this weapon in the middle that you can also have lifting attachments onto and be able to, kind of play with your food while you're
It's
eating
kind
it
of
in a
a
way.
good huge counter because obviously they can
Yes,
articulate the arm up to try and get
that
at the body,
reach.
you know?
Hmm. And it's a wonderful counter in that effect. And we definitely did see the capability of something like this machine making making some upsets happen. In World Championship 7. This is a bot that can really shake things up, given the right lineup. It's definitely got the power. I will say I have always worried about the exposed chain on this weapon, on the top there. That is a little bit of a weak spot. But as long as they keep this thing facing forward and nothing reaches back there, the amount of energy stored in this weapon and the team behind it and the drive, and it, it, it's so compact now. That's the thing about so many of these machines that like over the years, like if you look back at like 2015, the boats that people used to drive in machines and BattleBots and how dense they've become and how efficiently designed these machines have become. It's remarkable. And every time you see a bot, you're like, man, where did all the weight go? Or did they put it in a mini bot so they can, make the main bot lighter? It's just remarkable. That's the most fun part about it for me when I look at these bots, the designs and how well these teams refine them. And it's always great to see a returning team like Switchback come back.
I want to mention some team members on this team,
Hmm.
as Switchback has absorbed several other Roboteers, as has
Yes.
several teams for this event.
Hmm.
So the one that jumps out at me, Craig Danby. Obviously, he moved
Yes.
to Texas. He works for the same company now that Greg Nindell runs. So he's on the team
Hmm.
as a very tenured Roboteer. You've also got Logan Davis, who I
Hmm.
believe drove Sub-Zero at one point.
Hmm.
And Jordan Neal is a name that jumps out to me as well. And I cannot
Hmm.
remember the name of the robot, but it was a dragon-themed robot. And I can't find what series it was in. I thought it was 2020. I think I might be wrong on that.
Hmm. Also, you have Shay from Triton as well.
You do?
Uh,
Yeah, I forgot about Shay, yeah.
hmm and Brad Hanstead as well. So it's just we have an amalgamation of members all together trying to bring a bot that has had some success, but just needs that extra team around it maybe to get it over the edge, just to get it over the hump, and being able to really make a
Dragon
push
Slayer, that was
towards
it.
Dragon Slayer. Yes, that's the one. That's the geezer, as Sam
It
would say.
was World Championship 6.
Okay. So,
Well, I
but
couldn't
yeah,
find it in the
this is
2020 season.
an
There we are.
another team that has you know brought members together from
Bags of experience.
separate groups, and that really is it at the end of the day. And I think that's something that a lot of teams going into this event have valued the most, is trying to find as many, even if you don't have a bot that's coming, who else can I get on my team that I know has experience and is able to keep this bot running for the event, and make sure that we're ready to go, because it's chaotic in those pits, and time is of the essence when you're trying to make these things make their fight times, and making sure that you're not putting
I
filming
think
behind,
the
especially.
turnaround for this event is especially tight. Like,
Yes.
they are rapidly getting people round and round and round.
Mhm.
So, yeah.
All the more reason to have as many hands on deck as you can. So,
Hmm.
but we wish them the best of luck. Switchback always. I still can remember the day that we're sitting around the laptop and trying to figure out who's going to make the world championship. And Greg has his laptop, and we're trying to figure out like, oh, who's going to make it? And
Greg's just
there's
like, that one, that one, that one, that one, that one, that
yeah.
one. And it's like, oh, okay. And then we look and it was. And we're like, okay, well
Yeah.
done, Greg.
That was a great memory, but that was the night before I got stuck at an airport in Dallas, because
Yeah.
I got stuck on a layover. But uh, but
Ironically, which is where they operate Greg's company from.
yeah, darn. Oh well,
Maybe it was an
but best.
inside job. Have you ever considered that,
Mm,
Steve? It was Greg Niddell all
oh
along.
no, all those years ago, couldn't be. Nah.
Yeah.
But best of luck to Switchback. We look forward to seeing them in the arena again.
Right. I'm confused why
Speaking,
this is flying the American flag. Because
uh,
Mighty
oh,
Blighty is here.
I mean, really, Terrortops returns with quite a different wedge setup on the front. This is a bot that we saw. This is a bot that we saw in World Championship 7. We saw go in and out of the arena a few times. It's a bot that has had its gremlins in the past, but to be honest with you,
It's had half of the
they've
Nevada desert in its guts.
for sure. Yeah, that doesn't help. Um, I feel like there's two robots that got hit with that the worst were him and Rusty. Just full of sand forever. And I guess it took time for that to get out because it's such a strong machine.
It's
And
so
it has
different to what it used to be. Like,
yeah,
it's...
that's really what I was more what I was getting at. But yeah, go ahead.
It, they've had limited test time. They came in for
Yeah.
face-offs. They did
Hmm.
those. They obviously did not bounty hunters. What was it? Golden Bolt tournament where they
Yes.
they had a reasonable showing.
Hmm.
Um, They did their couple of side fights on the side of World Championship 7, as you said. But from then to the robot that exists now, my God, this thing's mean.
Yeah, the DNA is there, but the bot itself, the shell around it, it's definitely evolved. The this is if the dinosaurs had still lived, the evolution continued, we'd have Terrortops.
Yeah.
It still has that really cool bone rib-like structure on the back. That's very unique. It's I'm sure it'll look good bouncing around as the bot bounces around the arena. Uh, it really has that unique quality of the forks in combination with and we did talk about whiplash, but this is the difference of putting that weapon and mounting it on your machine as opposed to mounting it on the arm itself. That's that's the style of attack that they've taken. We really needed a bot that has the capability more than just to punch something in the mouth with its weapon, being able to lift and being able to actually articulate and being able to use more than just its weapon to actually manipulate its opponent. It's going to be more it's a different look than a lot of the robots that you're going to see in this event, and it's great to have them back.
And it works for them.
And it works for them great, absolutely. Because we're definitely missing that. We're missing the Hydras, the Claw Vipers, we're this is an event that doesn't have a hammer, not a single one. It's bizarre.
They're stuck in the corners.
Yeah, that's all that the arena just absorbed them. That's where Beta went. But it's great to have Terrortops back, and Ben and the team clearly have a lot of experience now. They've built a machine that I think they can be proud of, and hopefully that this is something they can go forward with and continue to iterate, and hopefully have a nice showing in this event.
Do you know something else
whether they
fun
win or
that
not
happened in the 2 years off that we've had? Is that both me and David have had a fight with Ben Burton now in the Antweight arena. He came to our Antweight event in April, which was wild to see him there. But yeah, he was free. He brought he brought this really dense little Antweight. It had so many forks along the front of it. It was just this dense pusher, and you pick it up and it's like, oh my God, this thing is tiny, but it weighs so much. What the hell just happened to you?
I have no idea. I'm using this new webcam, and I don't think I have the settings right yet. It just zoomed in, and we're gonna have to figure out how not to have it do that. Yeah, it's perfect. It's just what I wanted. Welcome back, right? So here, let me see if I can. I think there's a way to Oh yeah, there we go. Okay, cool. Yeah, it's
You
OBS.
just told the
OBS,
webcam that these are not the droids you're looking for.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's an OBS bot, 4K. I actually really like the picture on this camera, and the microphone works great. But
It's
it also
pretty
has
good,
hand
I'm not gonna
gestures. Yeah, it also has hand gestures, and if I do them by accident, it zooms in on my face. So anyway, as we were, Terrortops. It's wonderful, and I'm glad to see them back. I hope they have a good showing. Win or lose, it's great to have.
They have said in the episodes, if they win, they're flying the flag for Britain. If they lose, it's American. So,
well, in that case, no, it's okay. Nah, wish them best of luck.
I love it. More Terrortops. Well, now.
What happened to Blip, man?
Well, now.
Blip split and grew a disc. It's the twins.
It is.
It's Aaron Hill and his crew of wonderful people. So no Tantrum, no Blip. We have the twins. What are your feelings on the fact that Aaron decided to bring his multi-bot as opposed to, one of the other two bots that had more experience?
We knew coming out of Series 7 that Tantrum was retiring, or semi-retiring anyway.
Yeah.
It's a robot that they'd done as much as they could with it, and it won a giant nut.
I mean,
where do you go
won.
from there?
It's crazy. Yeah. You got a banner.
Blip, really cool robot, really cool design, lots of
Hmm.
good engineering in it.
Hmm.
They went all the way to I think they got top 16, top 8 was there? I don't remember where they finished. It's been too long. But yeah, the twins are an interesting choice. And I think it's said in the fourth episode by Chris Rose, and I'm going to say it now because I'll probably forget by the time we get there, that multibots never work, right? I mean, we've seen it with Gemini, and Gemini's kind of meh.
Yeah.
We saw it wasn't the Swarm; they were called like Creepy Crawlies or something like that, and that
Yeah.
was
There
you
were
know
toys in the arena at that point, and how could you feed those to Son of Waiachi? What
multibots.
evil man did
Yeah,
that?
multibots have never done very well, and so Aaron's gone right. Okay, well, let's see if we can do something about that.
And
Each of
at the end
these
of the day,
robots
yeah.
has the downforce because they're magnets of a heavyweight.
Hmm.
In fact, more so than a heavyweight each. And
That's
so,
crazy.
yes, they are tiny, and if you do manage to punt one well, it's going to go. But these things are tanky and can... I mean, it's got the same drive setup as both Blip and Tantrum, and we know that that is a winning formula. He's a mad genius, is Aaron Hill, and the team is full of people who build crazy cool robots. Big fan of everything they build. Something interesting about these two robots: they have self-righting arms on the back, and those self-righting arms are operated by rope pulleys
Oh, that's
on
unique.
a winch. They
That's
winch
different.
the self-righter up, and then they release it back down somehow. I don't quite know how, but yeah, there's a picture of the back of the robot that was circulating, and I was like, wait a minute, is that a winch?
That's
So,
definitely
if
an
it
odd
works,
choice.
it works.
It's unique.
I think it's something for weight saving, honestly. But
Sure, for sure,
um,
absolutely.
yeah,
And then again, I feel like Aaron seems like a person that always wants to, innovate and try something different. I mean, he did that with Blip. Always wants to challenge himself and try things that maybe others wouldn't normally do, especially when it comes to a multibot, and the success that those have had or lack thereof in BattleBots. Try to be the one that, says I can do it better. And we'll see how they get on. I think it's remarkable that these are going to have the downforce of heavies, but be the scale of the middles, the long gone weight class. It's it's a wonderful team. It's a wonderful cast of characters that have clearly shown that they can uh, you know dish it out and take it. The bots don't die. That's one thing about what you can say about Seems Reasonable Machines is that they really are built to take hits.
yeah,
If anything else, but this will be something that can hopefully dish them out. Similar to the way that Tantrum could as well. But this is more reach than maybe they've had before with Tantrum, even with the puncher.
yeah,
But it'll be curious to see how they get on. I'm still a little cagey about the fact that even with all that downforce, the scale of these machines in the heavyweight arena is it's going to be tough.
yeah.
And
And
yeah.
they have something worth fighting for as well. I mean,
Hmm.
sadly, Team Seems Reasonable lost a member of their team. I think
Hmm.
it was last year. I
Hmm.
believe, and I do apologise if this is wrong. I believe his name is Zach Marks. And yeah, sadly he passed away. Really avid member of the team, so
Hmm.
they're doing it for him basically.
Yeah.
I believe his widow is on the team.
Mm.
So she is fighting there with his spirit, which is really nice as well. So yeah,
Well, best of luck to them with that in mind. You know, it's I hope they have a good showing for him, especially. It's totally not
oh,
fluffy.
what happened? Years. Ray
Yeah,
Billings has been saying, "I don't need wheel guards. My wheels are
nope.
never getting touched by anyone. My
It's the
spinner's in the
age-old
way."
question, the age-old
And then he
argument of do
then he
you
put
protect your wheels or don't you? I know he did it. He finally did it.
Like,
I'm as
say
confused
April
as you are.
Fools. Say
Yeah.
April Fools, please, for the love
Man.
of God, Ray.
Yeah. Well, I will say that the with the weapon bar being shorter and not having the, especially in this picture here that we have here, the idea with this bot was that the weapon was able to cover the its area of influence
Mm.
around with the weapon. That alone helped it protect the wheels. As long as Ray was facing forward, that's fine. With the way that the bot has evolved, he may have said, you know what, maybe it's time to,
I mean,
maybe
this
it's time
is
to eat
a
crow and
whole
build a frame.
whole new Tombstone. Like,
Yeah.
you can see it's so much smaller than the old version.
Oh my God, yeah. It's crazy. It really is back like Fluffy or Disco Inferno, or it is a it's much more
Eeh.
it's much more in it's denser. It's really, at the end of the day, it's denser. Uh and I'm excited to see how it gets on. It's always great to have Tombstone back in the arena. I feel like it's not BattleBots without them at
Yeah,
this point. But yeah, the biggest change
so
is
weird.
having that out of frame. It looks so bizarre. It's going to take time for me to get used to seeing it like this. I'd be curious to see if there's ways that it can do the thing that the old Tombstone couldn't before, meaning getting stuck in the places that it's not supposed to get stuck in. I'll be curious to see how effective this frame is, and maybe Ray, this is a way for Ray to say, hey, this I did it for you guys. I put protection around the wheels. Maybe it's not going to work, but uh, you know, uh, maybe it's a way to maybe prove himself or doubters wrong that maybe this is the way that Tombstone should go forward. It's constant iteration. He's got so many hours behind this machine. There must be some data that he sees, in fights that he's had in the past that said, you know what, this is the way forward. With the way that the bots around me are evolving and making setups for me. Everyone's got to have a Tombstone plan. I'm
Yeah.
sure he'll talk about that in his episode. Uh, it's it's just a great machine. It always has been. I know they've villainized it over the years, and I know Ray, sweet as a guy he is, he pulls into he
Oh, he
dives
plays up
into
to it.
that heel roll beautifully. Always has. Uh, but uh, but yeah, no, it's great to have Tombstone back, and I wish them best of luck. As always, it's a bot. Without BattleBots, it wouldn't be BattleBots without them. I feel like we'd
Yeah,
be missing a huge piece.
we're nearly there.
I know we're nearly there. It's crazy how fast this has gone by. At least to me, I'm sure everybody watching. We'll see how this
If
ends
this
up.
is
I
your
know
third
our
sitting watching this episode,
our
thank you for
ultimate
staying with
previews
us at this
tend to,
point. Yeah,
yeah, absolutely. Our ultimate
even
previews
with a
can
reduced.
be.
I mean, I'm glad that there's not like 60 odd robots in the field this year because we'd be here until midnight.
I would be, just propping
the
myself
other,
up against the back wall here and
I
just
think that the
surviving.
other thing to mention is that we haven't talked about these robots in 2 years. Like we have a lot of thoughts and feelings to say about them at this point.
Yeah,
So
honestly, yeah. I feel like I'm not, at least me personally, I don't feel like I'm getting all the ones out that I want to say, but it'll be next time for when the fights come by. I feel like I'll have more. You just gotta shake out all the rust and get used to doing this again. But Valkyrie here again,
yeah, they're back.
and Leanne back helming the team again.
Yep.
In her after a little bit of disappear after disappearing for a while and handing the controls over to Bam. Who are you pointing at?
Matt Vasquez.
Oh, this is Matt Vacas.
What's he doing?
Wait a minute.
What
He's
the hell?
what's going on, man?
The man
So yeah,
gets around.
he does. His name's on 2 pages.
And he's in this
um,
picture. Like,
and he's in this one here too. So
wow.
clearly,
So
clearly,
yeah,
a valid asset to have. So
Leanne heading up the team. Bam, the
mhm.
driver.
Yes,
She's a very good driver. She drives
very proven now
Kablooey
at this point.
Tango over on
Hmm.
NHRL. Very
Yep.
cool robot. Another
Hmm.
undercutter similar to Valkyrie. Obviously
Yes.
four-wheel drive, whereas this one's two. But
Yep.
yeah, um, it's Valkyrie. It's got a new
Yeah,
bar.
it's Valkyrie. Yeah, it's got a new bar. It's very purpley.
It is. So
It's got some
interesting
it's got
things.
some serious reach.
You may not know about this because they said
Mm-mm.
about it in the episode it's in, the first episode it's in. I think
Hmm.
we'll discuss it now instead of. Well, we'll probably touch on it again when we do the episode itself. But
Sure.
um,
Little sneak
they
preview.
had issues. The parts that they needed did not arrive. So their big aluminium front plates, they
Yeah.
didn't arrive in time, and so they had to go
Oh.
hunting for them. It's like 2019 Hypershock for real, or 2020
Hmm.
Hypershock for real, for real.
Yeah.
But either way, they do manage to find the aluminium parts, and I
Hmm.
believe the member of their team gets back into Vegas at about 3 a.m. the morning of their first fight, and so they have a bit of a rush job to get the thing ready and working.
Hmm.
And I'll leave it ... at that point, and we'll pick that up in the next episode of the RoboCast.
Well, I hope everything's going all right after that point, because that's not fun. That's not fun leading up to an event. You want to go to an event as prepared as you can be, and having to
I
worry
mean, it's
about
a major
stuff like
couple of
that.
parts to be missing, like the big
Yeah,
front ends that take the brunt of your hits.
yeah. All the expensive, very sensitive parts are behind that. You kind of need those. You can't go out without. I mean, it's like a boat going out without bulkheads, or a ship going out without bulkheads. You can't do that. Um, no. So it's great that they finally did get those pieces, and we're gonna get to see Valkyrie proper in the arena. Just hopefully, you know, hopefully it doesn't affect their first fight as much. I know we've probably, for those who've already seen it, you can have your comments on that. But uh, having that thought now, uh, so that's not fun.
Yeah,
You want to go to an event fully prepared. Having to go that, it's just unnecessary stress, and hopefully, that's the worst thing that could happen to them. In this event is hopefully everything goes smoothly from here on out. Knock on wood. It's already been filmed, but
yeah,
hopefully things going forward go a little smoother. Uh,
yeah,
but best of
yeah.
luck.
I believe this is the last robot.
I believe so too. The darlings of Miami, Witch Doctor have returned, and what a glow up! I can't believe again. This is another bot that really reinvents itself, its look wise, but still has traces back to when we first saw it the first time. I really love this repaint job that
This
they've
is the
done. I think it's
best
wonderful.
it has ever looked, like
Ever. Yeah.
without a doubt.
Yes. But bar the long forks, and this is another team that have gone the long fork route. That it's a machine that that we're used to seeing with the weapon way out the front, and maybe not going so crazy on the fork game, but have bitten the bullet and said, hey, this is where things are going, and here we are. We're gonna play the fork game as well. I know that they do also have a video posted on their channel of the fact that they've redesigned large swaths, almost I believe almost the entirety of this
This is
machine,
a new machine.
from the
It
ground up.
is
Yeah.
new drive and everything. So
Hmm.
they're coming into this not knowing anything about this robot. They've not tested
Hmm.
it. This is a new witch doctor from the ground up.
Hmm. So its first fight in the arena will be its true first test of, were all these changes worth it? And or did we change too many variables, and now we have to go back and try to find a way to make things work the way they used to. It'll be interesting seeing going forward, because this is a bot that every time we see them, like, is this going to be their year? I feel like they're the darling of the dance, and it just hasn't happened for them.
I
Uh,
mean, I think they won the Remars event, the first Remars event, didn't they? I want to say that they got a giant
so
bolt
long
for that.
ago.
I think.
Okay.
Um, and so, but they would like to win a major. Like, if that's
Hmm.
a minor tourney, this is a
Yeah,
major. And
absolutely.
they would like to take one of them home.
For sure.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of this look. I love it so
Yeah.
much. I think it to me feels like the sort of paint job that makes me happy about Hypershock.
Hmm.
It it's just so clean and so cool, and yeah,
Hmm.
no, big fan of the way
Yeah,
this robot looks. Um,
absolutely.
and we'll see how it performs. I know how it performs. Steve, you'll see how it performs
Hmm.
very soon.
Hmm.
Um, yeah,
Yeah,
it's just
very
cool.
much looking
Just
forward.
cool.
Very much looking forward to how well they do. Going forward. Again, it's a bot that has been a runner up. Has been a bot that has made deep runs in tournaments before, and given their group, it should be fun. Hopefully they can come out of it. It's definitely not a bot I'd like to face in the arena. It's it's such a scary bot to fight.
I mean, they've done
Uh,
over 50 fights now, so
yeah, it definitely has the pedigree and the experience. Probably one of the most experienced bots in the field. One that's been going since the very start of the reboot. So wish them the best of luck. I feel
yeah,
like I have a home state, to cheer, you know, uh, for them and Hypershock. The connected thread between those teams is obvious, and it's nice to have good representation for my state.
yeah,
But and Florida being such a hub for combat robotics, it's great to see both of those teams. We've definitely put our best foot forward with with both of these teams. I think they've both been wonderful for the entirety of the reboot run. And I wish them the best of luck. That's another thing with the team. The team has been, with all the shakeup of so many other teams in the event, I feel like they've stayed very much the same for as long as I can remember. You know that this group is very well knit, and I wish them the best of luck going forward. Hopefully, this is their year.
I do want to touch on. There's three other robots who the BattleBots website or the BattleBots team have actually spoken about for the first time ever. Every tournament,
Yes.
they have reserves.
Hmm.
Terrortops being one of them for Championship 7.
Hmm.
Rusty were a reserve for that one as well. There was a couple of other teams I can't remember. Samurai? No, they just sort of turned up, didn't they?
Yes, they
Um,
did. They were in the parking lot one day. That was fun.
yeah. So there's three teams that are reserves for this competition. Obviously, we said about Disarray was one of them, one of
Hmm.
the four that were, but now three.
Hmm.
So we have Banshee as one of
Yeah.
our
Hey,
reserves.
there's another David. David Small's here again.
David Small's here again, as is
Yeah.
Jeff Waters.
Yes.
Uh,
Just an
so yeah,
amalgamation of many team members together.
it is.
But
Yeah,
yeah, Banshee's there just in case. And
we got
we got
Calypso,
Calypso. Yep.
which was one of the sort of interim years robots that came in from the Horizon team, who then
Hmm.
brought this cool crab-themed undercutter into the competition. So this
It's a very
is
wide boy.
it is a
It
very
goes
wide boy.
it goes the same way of oh gosh, the owl. Help. Uh Jen Herkenroder spot. Uh
Hijinks. Yep.
Hijinks, that's the one. We're this is what happens when you don't watch BattleBots for years. And it just falls out of your head. Uh
And there's one
that
other
wide
team
stance.
that we haven't really experienced before. This is Nemesis, which is
Yeah.
a hammer saw, which is fun.
Yes.
When we were speaking about Skorpios being the only one in the main competition, well, here
Hmm.
is Nemesis,
Yes.
which is a very cool looking robot.
Yeah, I like the color scheme very much. I don't know if we'll see it. I don't know if we'll actually see like maybe BattleBots did a like a reserve rumble of some kind.
Yeah,
Maybe we'll actually get to see this in action. But it would be nice to see another hammer saw in action because we're definitely missing we're definitely missing the variety that past events have had when it comes to weapon types. That is the one thing about the Pro League that I can comment on being a little bit unfortunate is the fact that we have so many bots that are just kinetic energy verts. We do have some horizontals here, but it's a lot of KE. That's the spectacle in the arena. But you like to see more variety. But at the end of the day, it was quick turnaround, and anybody that shows up,
I mean,
happy that everyone has showed up that has.
it does mean that the only non-spinning weapon is in fact Banshee.
Yeah,
So good luck if they manage to, or if they end up having to come into the competition for whatever reason.
yeah,
Um,
we'll see.
it's unusual for them to need a reserve, but we'll see what happens.
And that about does it. That's the whole field. Uh, do you have any? do you have any picks going forward? We could probably look at the groups themselves. I know we've already had one fight from each. Uh, or we've seen all the bots fight once at this point. If you've seen
We
episodes one
have,
through four, all the bots have fought once.
and we will be
So,
covering that soon.
mhm,
Steve's currently away,
yes.
and we want to cover it, and we will cover it
Mhm.
before episodes 5 through 8 are done, basically, so that we can then move on and do that at the right time. But
Absolutely.
yeah, we want to make sure that this series was actually coming out first. So
Yeah, and that's really the crux of it at the end of the day. And it kind of falls on me too, where my motivation to make videos has not always been super high, at least recently, to get things up. There's been a lot of change in my life, changed jobs, working on moving. A lot of things have changed, and I don't know if I can speak for the other guys too, but it's we're, there's a lot that goes on behind the scenes, that
yeah,
that's life happens.
I mean it speaks. So I was going to mention earlier when you mentioned David not being here. David probably won't be
Mhm,
here for the series because they are wrapping up quite an intensive set of editing weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks for Lego Wars,
mhm,
to the point where I think it's safe in saying there isn't going to be a Lego Wars series recorded this year. We're having a break year,
mhm.
and we're
Yeah.
coming back strong next year because this year
Mhm.
has just been so much work for
Just
the last
completely
series.
gassed you. Yeah.
So yeah, David's taking a well-deserved break once Lego
Yep.
Wars wraps up, but that's not going to be for a few weeks yet. So
Yeah, we'll
we wish
still
him
see
best of
the
luck
end
with
of
that
that.
series.
Yeah, absolutely. And then maybe that's something we can talk about while you guys have a break here. Just kind of maybe we go behind the scenes on Lego Wars and see
That'll be fun.
maybe we could see like what it takes to to get that show up and running, because that's been doing quite wonderful. You guys have been putting together quite nice content. And
I can't claim
that's
much of the work on it. It is almost
yeah,
all David.
it's
Uh,
David's baby at the end of the
most
day.
most of the robots you see are built by David,
Hmm.
and then there's the recording and the editing side of things as well. So
Yeah.
yeah,
But it's been wonderful to watch, from across the pond, and I'm sure many people. I'm sure we have some crossover viewership from Lego Wars to us, for sure. I'm sure they feel the same way. So, but
back to Pro League now.
gushing aside, go back to Pro League. Who do we have coming out of each group,
Uh,
do you think? Let's start with Group A.
I'm going to say Manta and Terrortops for Group A,
Okay.
and there's a big shocker
Uh,
to Skorpios for me. For you,
okay. For me, I will say Manta, not surprisingly, and I actually will have Scorpios coming out of that group. I think they
mm,
might have a shot. I think their experience gained through face-offs and what the changes that they made, I think, have been enough to make it so that this bot can escape that group.
my
All right.
Heat B predictions are going to
Hmm.
be Magnitude and MadCatter. I think a lot has changed on Tombstone to the point where they might have changed too much all at once.
Hmm.
Pulling back the curtain a little bit, we'll talk about it in the next episode. But the
Hmm.
new Tombstone is struggling, uh,
Okay.
and the old one fights MadCatter.
Oh, fun, lovely. Uh, you always bring a spare. I think I'm going to follow you in suit there. MadCatter and Magnitude to come out of Group B. I think I think that's our best bet. That might be their best bet, but I would love to see a Disarray surprise. Yeah, that would be the upset of the
That'd
tournament.
be from the top
If
ropes.
yeah, absolutely, that would be wonderful. I'd love to see that. But yeah, MadCatter and Magnitude for me as well.
Group C's a
So for
real
Group
toss up.
C, yeah, there's a lot of experience and high power weaponry in here, and some unknown as well, with that
I'm
multi-bot.
going to say I'm going to say Cobalt and the Twins,
Oh, okay. All right, cool.
just to be
Be
interesting.
contrarian. I will also go Cobalt, but I'll also take Copperhead. I'll take their experience. I'll take the fact that they made a deep run in the last World Championship. Uh, I am
Different
a
team
little
though.
nervous of the. I am a little nervous. That's what I'm going to get to. Yeah, I'm nervous about that as well. But I, I still think the bots got what
The
it
bot's top
takes. I
notch.
honestly, I mean,
you give the controls of that to anybody, even the kid. I really think they're gonna be a nice surprise, even with all the change that even all the change that the team. I still think Copperhead's the bot to beat in that group.
You can start Heat D.
Okay. Uh, Heat D. Well, the obvious choice for me would be Endgame. That's the easy one. After that, that's tough. I could very easily see either Death Roll or Malice. Uh, Golden Fury, I still need to see more. The fact that I mean, they still only had the one fight. Um, you know what? I think I'll take Malice. I think I'll take Endgame and Malice to come out of that one.
I was going to follow you with that.
Yeah.
I think Malice's experience across
Hmm.
lots of weight classes probably trumps the Golden Fury team, and they're certainly more controlled than the chaos that Death Roll
Yeah.
brings. So
And Malice's invertibility is huge here too. That's a big part of why I kind of lean their way.
yeah,
Because I look at Death Roll and I think of Death Roll the times they take the shelf right, and it's that also that's also something that like it takes time for them to get back over. So that might be a weakness that I'm thinking might be caught out by the bots in this group. So
who have you got for the group of Death, Steve?
oh my. Let's go with who did this? That is brutal. I'll take Huge and Minotaur. I think that's where I'm gonna go. Uh, I feel like Huge. I really do feel like Huge should get out of this group, even though this is a really tough group for any bot. But of all of them, Huge has the capability, and Minotaur just has to be. I don't know. I don't have any other reasoning behind that, other than the fact that I feel like they just have to get out of that group. Um, I don't know if they're gonna all come out in one piece. I feel like they're gonna even the ones that win this group are gonna be limping out of it, and
Yeah,
it's gonna be tough, to continue forward because they're gonna be hurting. So I
I
don't know
have
what
to
you
do
think.
something painful here.
Oh no, are you gonna
I'm
have
going
to
to say
disrobe?
Huge, and then I'm going to say Bloodsport.
Ooh, Bloodsport. I like that
And the
pick.
reason being, I think Huge can beat Minotaur. I think Hypershock can beat Minotaur on a good day.
Hmm.
I think Bloodsport beats Huge,
Hmm.
and I think Bloodsport beats Hypershock. And by
Yeah.
that logic, I see Minotaur going 1 and 2, Hypershock
Okay.
going 1 and 2, Bloodsport and Huge going 2 and 1.
See, you did more of the math than I did. I just.
Yeah, I've been trying to weigh it up because I think it's the only way I can do that fairly. If I was going
Mhm.
head over, or if I'm going heart over head, then it's Hypershock and nobody else. No, uh,
Hypershock, and they take the whole group. They
yeah,
take both
no,
spots,
nobody
one and
else can
two.
return, and it's going to be Banshee coming back into the competition in the
There you go.
bracket.
That's the true surprise of the Heat. Um, yeah, that really is the group of death. I mean, and any of them could come out of that group.
Yeah,
That's the toughest group to choose. For F, hmm, for with all the changes that Witch Doctor have made, like in any other time, I would. Okay, I feel like I have to pick Witch Doctor. I
you
I
do.
feel
Yeah,
like I feel like that has to be the way. Even at 80%, or 75%, I think that they're better than any of the bots in this group. Um, so we'll have Witch Doctor come out, and I actually have Orbitron coming out as well. Uh, I think that would be funny. Uh, just for the sake of, the show, and just to keep that AI heal team around, I just think it would be funny. And I really like the engineering behind it. And I really think that it can come out of this group. It packs a mean punch. All the
it
talk
does.
we have about the AI. But yeah, that's what I'll go with. Witch Doctor Orbitron.
I
Final
meanwhile
answer.
have to go down the Greg Needell route of bracketeering.
Okay.
and think in this group, I think Witch Doctor wins.
Okay.
Uh, but I think Switchback has it in them. The
Okay.
iterations and the work that they've put in.
Hmm.
Um, Orbitron, the AI, while good, is still a little bit hit and miss. And Ribbot, with all the changes that they've made, it's a lot of change for a robot that hasn't seen much in a lot of years. So, yeah, I think Ribbot are going to be finding their feet. Orbitron might be struggling with their AI interface. I see Switchback swinging in and taking the second place spot in that one.
I can totally see that happening as well.
But Steve, who
It's
is going to win the tournament?
oh, see, that's the thing. We don't know what we don't know what the bracket's going to look like. It's because it's going to be 12 coming out. So how are they going to
I
do
wonder if
that?
it's
That's
going to
going to
be
be curious.
12 with 4 wild cards or something. I don't know, but
Maybe it could be, or they set it up where teams have buys. First couple seeds. It's possible. And then they just get the lower
I
ranked teams
I
to
know
fight each
who I
other.
am picking for the tournament.
Okay, you go first because I'm still kind of battling in my head.
For me, I think that nothing speaks louder than the win record of Manta.
Okay.
Yes,
Even
it
with the
hasn't
lack of
fought.
experience specifically on BattleBots soil.
Yeah, I think that they're durable, they're hard hitting.
Hmm.
It's low, it's sleek, it's flat. It's going to be difficult to
It's
ruin their
got all the
day.
bits. It's
It
got all the
does
bits
have
of a
all the
champion in
bits.
it. Okay.
I see it. I see it happening.
Okay. For me, I think Huge get redemption. I think they do it. I think Jonathan and Huge get it. I really think so. I think they had something good going in World Championship 7. I really think they did. And there's bots here that they fought that aren't they aren't in this group of bots. So
Yeah,
I really think they had something really good going. And I think with the time off and the time to come back, I really think I think this is the time that Huge makes that final jump and jumps above the pack and you know actually finally does the thing. So
yeah, that's a solid choice as well. I think.
yeah. But with that, I think we finally reached the end of this conversation of all the bots in the Pro League. We finally did it. uh Thank you, Jevin, for joining me for this. I know this has not been a uh, I know this has been a long time coming, and for everybody watching, thank you for sticking around. If anybody stuck around to this point, you have my sincere condolences for having to listen to this for as
As
long.
well as gratitude,
Uh,
and yeah.
it's in there too. Uh, but uh, but yeah, no, it's going to be good to get back into the swing of things. We do have plans. We have had plans for things to do uh, in the background. We've talked about this. David, Jevin, and I have talked uh, in the past and on call and uh, on Facebook and Instagram or whatever we use to talk anymore at this point. Social media is a nightmare. But we do have plans of things to talk about going forward. We had plans to talk about the live scene over in the UK. We had plans to talk about face-offs whenever that came to be. We had plans to talk about Lego Wars because I feel like that's very interesting and that's something that we could, we can kind of branch those audiences together and kind of give more of a behind the scenes look on like what it takes to build something like that, and bring something like that to the screen. I know you've done work on the live scene as well, and
Yeah.
with Robot Rebellion. That's a wonderful series you got that you're a part of, and that hit off really well. You can go watch that on Mech Plus. The all the stuff that they've been doing over there. There's so many things that we could talk about that we've talked about together that we could bring and uh, even talk about older series too, stuff that like maybe the people that are getting into Pro League now that there's so much backlog of fights and all kinds of stuff that's happened, especially with BattleBots and Robot Wars and all these other shows and all this other stuff that's kind of built this monolith of robot combat over the years. Shoot, there's a live event in Saskatoon Kilobots has been going on for decades. They still go, and I get updates from them when fights happen all the time. There's so much robot fighting and so much we could talk about. It's almost kind of you know a decision paralysis of like what we can do. If anything, if there's anything you guys want us to talk about, leave it in the comments below. This is stuff that that we're still very interested in doing. It's just that we took a long break and we're back, and we thank you for your patience with us while we work things out in the background. Uh, but uh, but yeah, it's good. It's good to have BattleBots back, even if it's not on the silver screen. It's on a different screen. It's good to have them back. In some shape or form, even if it's not the big long episodes that we're used to getting on Discovery. Maybe this will lead into something, and that's why they keep doing it. So we wish the best for their success, and we'll be back to talk about episodes 1 through 4
We will.
in due time. But until then, I've been Steve the American Killjoy,
I have been Jeb Woodrow.
and we will see you for the reviews of the first 4 episodes of the Pro League. Until then, bye for now.